evening, friends, and welcome to Proficiency Bonus. Once again, we are diving back into our Dungeons and Dragons. Oh my goodness, so many bits going off in my ears. Thank you guys, we do appreciate it. Stumpy coming in big with 10 bits to take over first place already. Man, we just went live. This is crazy. Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Storm King's Thunder, episode 45. As we dive back into our adventure here, we have some really big news. But first, before we share that, I just wanted to tell you guys, I hope my voice sounds better, because I invested into some upgrades to my audio. So I'm hoping that you guys are able to hear me a little bit more clearly now, and that things are coming through very well as we continue streaming tonight. I also wanted to let you guys know, or actually give a couple people a big shout out. First of all, we got Team MZ for all the streamer support. We've got Twitch and Streamlabs for allowing us to be affiliates and partnered with them. So thank you both. Also want to thank Many-Sided Dice and Nightshade Creations for partnering with us. They've got some really cool merchandise and resources for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. You can check out their links are down below this video on our Twitch page, so make sure you check them out while you have a chance. Also, some big news that just happened this week. We are now officially sponsored by Dice Bard, and you should see the logo up here. I think I'm pointing to it. There it is. So that is our really big news tonight, is you can actually go to dicebard.com and you can place an order with them to get all of your cool dice and merchandise that they offer. And if you type in the coupon code PROBO, that's P-R-O-B-O, for Proficiency Bonus, you can get free expedited shipping on your order, which is stinking awesome. Yeah, that's right, Probo. Type that in the chat, everybody. Probo. So yeah, Probo is the code for that free shipping. And make sure you check out. They have in Matthew, what was it called? The Adventurers Pack, I believe it was called.
Yeah, the Adventurers Pack, the big set.
Yeah, they have a big set of 29 dice, and I think it's on sale right now for like $22. So not only is it on sale, but then you can add Probo to that and get free shipping, free expedited shipping on top of that. So that is really awesome. So we want to thank and just give a huge shout out to Dice Bard for coming on board with us. So thank you guys. We can all clap and cheer. Yay!
Or as they say, and there was much rejoicing.
I think also their rainbow dice, if you purchase their rainbow dice, a portion of it goes to charity for the Rainbow Road for Pride Month.
Absolutely. Yes, that is true. They do have some Pride dice on their website as well, and they will make a donation to that as well, the Rainbow Road that Christy was talking about. So yeah, awesome. Make sure you guys check them out. They got other things. They got some shirts and things on there too, but primarily they make some really awesome dice, some really good ones. I'm keen to the Ocean Shore blue and gray swirl dice right now. That's what I'm digging. So I'm hoping
glitter.
They got a bunch of glitter ones too. I'm hoping that maybe we can in the future. I'm trying to work out maybe getting a set of dice or two that we can give out as a prize, a random prize drawing or something on stream. So we're gonna Stumpy's gonna make me broked.
Broko.
Broko, yeah. We're gonna yeah, they got some really awesome dice, so make sure you go check them out. That's dicebard.com, and you can also follow them on Twitter at dicebard, so make sure you check them out. All right, I'm going to go ahead over to introduce our players to get everybody set and on board. Now, keep in mind, Twitch chat right now, JJ is not in here right now, so a couple of our videos are going to be messed up until he arrives. So everybody can say hello now that the wonderful people can see you. JJ had a prior engagement, and he's running just a little bit late tonight, so he will be with us shortly. Until then, I was going to go ahead and do a quick rundown and recap of everything that happened on last week's episode, on episode 44. our party was in the midst of a huge conflict on the second floor of the Dragon Tooth Inn in Yartar, where Molfin decided to go back after Kella Darkhope and confront Kella by using his ability to bring back some undead creatures and his ability to summon some demons from another plane. So, as the encounter took place, Lachlan and Callista came up to aid in Molfin to help him out. The Hand of Yartar was quickly able to dispose of these demons, even though they were engulfed in this awful gaseous cloud that just filled the whole room. When it's all said and done, Kella, even though a little beaten and battered, was able to escape. 2 of the members of the Hand were able to escape. 2 of them were knocked unconscious. One of them, however, met her end. I can't remember who had the killing blow on that one.
I remember who it was.
It was probably, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it was probably Callista. Yes, that's right. So there was a murder that transpired, and our party decided, hey, you know what? Let's get out of here. They ran back to the Despicable Lady Tavern where they have been staying and rested for the night. Upon waking up, they had a lot of conversations, especially with Diana and Ashlyn, about what happened the night before, because Diana and Ashlyn were not there. And they had some interesting reactions to what had taken place. And upon heading down to breakfast, our party, especially Callista, was shocked to see someone that she recognized. And we were introduced to Anastazius last week. The interesting half-orc tiefling bard who is a very, very beautiful man, to say the least. And basically left Diana and Ashlyn just awestruck by this. They fainted, basically. And seizing this opportunity, Molfin decided, hey, I'm going to nudge Diana to see if I can knock her gem loose that I've been after for all this time. The gem fell to the floor, and immediately Diana cast Hold Person on Molfin. And we left off the episode with Anastazius holding this gem in his hand as he was the first to get a hold of it. Wow. Is there anything I missed, guys? No, it's pretty good.
Hey, hello.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, how we doing?
All right, we got JJ back, so we are all good. Everybody's video should look correct now, I'm hoping. So that is awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive into episode 45 of Storm King's Thunder. So the story is told. Anastazius, you are looking through this larger teardrop-shaped gem in your hand. It's smooth to the touch. It doesn't have crisp edges. It's a rather smooth. It just looks like a teardrop in your hand. It's a glistening golden gem that's just a little bit translucent. You can see through it, and as you hold it up to your eye, you can see Diana's face through the gem.
Usually it's the third date when they start giving me gifts.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Is this yours?
Yeah, it fell down. I'll just take it, if you would.
I'm going to kind of lean in close to Diana, put both my hands on her hand, and Anastasia's mouth goes incredibly close to your ear. Perhaps later I can help you find a better hiding spot for it. And I pull away.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna walk away.
As Diana walks away, Molfin, you now feel you now the whole person has dropped and now you can move.
I'm not paralyzed, but I did seem to be stuck for a few moments. Did anyone see where Diana moved to? Anyone? No? Callista? Ashlyn?
Ashlyn sipping her tea, minding her business.
I suppose I'll just be standing still then.
I'm Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ash.
No, it's good. Good. No, I haven't seen her. She's somewhere. Not here. Elsewhere.
I'm kind of just like walking towards like a corner and just like trying to figure out a new hiding spot because my previous one did not pan out. It's like, you know, in the back pocket maybe, like maybe like I don't know.
Looking around the room, is Diana still sitting in the Despicable Lady somewhere?
Yeah, I'm somewhere in the Despicable Lady. I just, you know, I just kind of figured that I would be in eyesight anyways. Like, I didn't think that I would have, like, ran off. I didn't run off. I just, like, took the gem and I just, you know, kept it, you know, in my hands, close to me, close to my person. I'm just kind of, like, I'm still there. You can still see me. I'm just, like...
Ulfin's just going to sit down about 25 feet away and pull out his book and start ritualistically casting Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'm in the doorway fidgeting nervously.
Lachlan's been ready to leave since last night.
Yep.
He's still sporting these very dark bags under his eyes, and he's really tense.
Hair's shooting out one way.
Lachlan, are you okay? You look very, disheveled.
I need some fresh air.
You can go out the doorway you're standing in. It's a door.
Thanks,
You know, it goes
Ashlyn.
both ways.
Thank you. It's very useful information.
You're welcome. It took me a while to figure them out, too.
I'm surprised about what disheveled meant.
Well, some are pull and some are push, so you gotta figure out which way it goes.
They should really make signs for that.
I know, right?
Is she talking about people or doors?
People!
All right, Molfin. What exactly with the detect magic? What are you trying to discover?
Making sure I'm within 30 feet of Diana, just looking at out of the corner of the eye, watching the gem, trying to see where the gem gets popped away to.
Okay.
You know you're creepy.
Get the mustache to
Okay.
Other Liam says this episode is titled "The Party Discovers Doors." I like that. And the doors can be the worst villain to ever be in Dungeons and Dragons. That's for sure.
Yes.
The
door
door.
is-
Other Liam, I will find you and hunt you down if we run into a door mimic at some point tonight, because I will blame you.
You'll know it because the door will be labeled "push."
Topical.
And it will really be a pull door.
Yeah.
Come here,
Exactly.
Diana. Push. Push Diana at the door.
Okay.
Bro.
So, Molfin...
But actually, as I cast that, I also want to take a look at this newcomer.
Oh,
This
okay.
person that Diana seems to be that
Oh.
So you're
everyone
trying to-
seems to be interested in. So watching Diana and then sort of going, wait a minute, what's this thing over here?
Okay. I know Diana has a magic mace, so the magic mace would definitely start glowing for you. The gem also does glow. I can't remember. Let me see. Let me double check to see what school of magic that is.
if I remember, I want to say you said that was it necromancy? I think maybe I don't know.
No, it was like a cur. It was I think some kind of wizardry because it's like a binding spell or whatever.
It's like what's the hold person that you just cast?
Yeah.
What do you think? What's that school of magic on hold person?
Oh, I can look that up really quickly. It's right here. It's right here. It is enchantment.
Enchantment.
I think that's what it was.
It may have been multiples. I think I gave multiples on that the last time that you did that.
Yeah.
And I think one was necrotic. I think there was one that was a little bit of a necromancy.
And do I see anything glowing on this new tiefling?
I don't know. Do you? Does he, JJ?
I don't imagine so.
The crotchal region.
Oh my god.
Glowing cube.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, we went there already.
Wow.
We went there already.
And here I was going to go with the rainbow fingernails, but hey, if everybody else wants to go straight to the crotch.
Diana don't mind.
Why not?
And this is why Molfin will get his hands on the gem.
Molfin is after that gem so bad.
Why?
Oh my god.
That's now his whole campaign purpose, is to get that gem from Diana.
Didn't you learn that it kills part of her soul?
Yeah, he's trying to kill the part of my heart that can love.
Yeah, that's kind of
Did
evil.
the Kella?
I would just like to point out to Twitch chat, I said glow, not grow.
Yes. Twitch chat. Do I see anything growing on the tiefling? Hopefully not till the third date. That's so good.
Not with Anastazius. It's probably first 15 minutes.
You introduce yourself just back in a closet.
All right. So, Lachlan, as you are standing kind of in the doorway of this place, we've seen that the streets are starting to get more and more crowded with people. A lot of people heading down towards the market. Just being in a city like this, a lot of people going out and about doing their things. You also see a few of the shield of Yartar starting to make their rounds as they start to just their normal duties to protect the town. So you kind of see them walking around in pairs and in groups of 4 and things like that as they're just kind of walking around doing their patrols.
Guys, I'm not feeling good about this.
Oh, we're outside now?
Lachlan was kind of standing in the doorway. He's itching to get moving.
Don't feel good about what? Lachlan?
It
You
seems
should have
Lachlan
snuck out here under cover of night.
I wanted to go into town and get stuff done.
Yeah, let's get
I
stuff.
mean, I can't.
You two might be able to get away with it. You two weren't there murdering people and shining lights and throwing people out windows in front of an innkeeper.
I had almost forgotten.
Yes, okay, it's all my fault. I get it.
I mean, I was involved too. I mean, I'm not gonna...
No, it's all Molfin's fault. Let's not play games here. Molfin did this.
Well, let's not point fingers. Let's.
I am pointing them. The fingers are pointed. They are pointed at Molfin.
Well, you know what they say, Diana. When you point a finger at someone else, 3 more pointed back at yourself. So why don't you just
Is that
be a
a
good
thing?
child and be quiet?
I don't understand that saying whatsoever. How are 3.3? What?
Point one finger, then look at the 3. Pointed backwards where they're coming from.
The look on her face when she realizes.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Children these days, I swear. So,
Can I use that?
Wow, that's. I learned something today.
Oh my god.
And out of
Ashley
character.
should strive to learn something every day, dear niece. It is.
Other Liam says, "Dude, that blew my mind. I don't blame her."
That's like a 20 int or whatever Molfin is right there.
That's it.
Well, what exactly did you two want to get done today?
I don't know, whatever Diana wanted to get done.
Diana?
I wanted to get this gem inlaid in some armor.
I don't know if we have that much time.
I bet you
There
they
is
can do that in
always time for
Everlund.
shopping. If you want to go shopping, there's always time for shopping.
Anastazius is
This
me,
guy's gonna be
like,
popular.
out of character.
So, are we going out the door or in the door? That's always a good question, too. Does it lead out or in?
All a matter of reference.
I mean, you know, if you're lucky, both.
But
I don't get it. But, we should go...
Three pointing back at you. That's what that means.
Okay.
Diana's gonna keep using that all the time now. It's like,
You're welcome. You're welcome.
all right, so it's really up to you guys what you would like to do right now. It's the adventure's kind of totally in your hands at this point. So, what would you like to do?
Is our plan still to depart today for Everlund?
Are we gonna go help Harshnag with that thing? He likes things. He likes the thing at Flint Rock.
Going out in the middle of nowhere might be a good idea. Couldn't hurt.
Where is this Flint Rock?
It's on the way to Everlund.
Okay.
It's slightly
Okay.
northeast of here.
Okay. Well,
What do you say, Callista?
Lachlan does have a point. We shouldn't stick around here for now.
Is she agreeing with me?
Oh.
Rather
Character
I didn't
development.
sleep all night. I must be having hallucinations right now.
If you guys have anything else you need to be done, do it. I will meet you guys outside of town at Dasharra's. Anastazius,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to come with us. I'd like if you did.
I shall escort you outside of town.
Thank you.
I think we have an extra griffin for him if I ride on Harshnag's shoulder, too.
There's that.
Oh,
Yeah, have you ever ridden a griffin before?
funnily enough, no. I can't say I have.
First time for everything.
We have a
So-
good
Are
teacher
they
with
dirty?
us. Yeah.
Do they smell?
Mostly.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I'm sure you can manage.
I can manage a lot.
I know. So, if you guys have any last minute things to do, be discreet.
That's discreet.
That's a good point. What is discreet?
I'm not talking about you, Anastazius. But Diana, I have a feeling that what you want done is going to take more than a day.
Can I pull Callista to the side? I want to pull Callista a little bit closer to me.
Sure.
I want to whisper.
Yeah, you guys kind of you pull over kind of on the other side of the bar area.
Callista, whatever is up with Mulfin and this stupid, it's not stopping. Even though he knows that it's a part of my soul now, he just is hell bent on destroying it for some reason, and I don't understand. I want to get this thing somewhere safe where it's gonna stay, where it's gonna be like encased in some glass and like in a set piece of armor, and he can't touch it.
I understand, but also know that if you were to leave it here for more than a day, you will not have supervision on it, and anything can happen to it. We need time. We can get
I
it done,
know.
but we need time to do it, and we need supervision to do it. We can't just leave it alone with a stranger.
I know.
Regardless
Can
if we destroy it or we find a way to fix it, we can't do that here.
I just need him. I just need time. I just need to get to a city before he can get his hands on it.
I will talk to him later. I will not let him take it from you.
Thank you. Thank you, team captain. Love you. Bye, Mom.
As Diana walks away.
Close to just like pinching the bridge of her nose, like, oh, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. And then just looks at Anastazius and kind of like gives a head nod, and she starts heading back out to Dasharra's.
Okay.
I don't know who's following, but whoever's going
guess
to
we
follow
are.
gets past without a trace.
All right, so you're
I'm
you're
already out.
doing the pass without a trace on everybody.
Whoever's following me gets past without a trace.
I will follow. I will follow. And my gem is in my pouch now, where I keep other things, like
Okay.
Christy's mom in every game. It's too true.
Chat's blowing up the Christie's mom characters.
Why?
Excellent. So you guys are all headed out of the city, and you make your way out of the it would be the eastern gate of the city, and you make your way to an area that resembles a farm, and you can start to see these large stables set up where Callista is leading you guys. And it looks like there's a stable. There's a big red, just think of the old traditional wooden red wooden barn that you see. You know, just imagine that. Several fields. You can see that there are some fenced in areas and some what looks to be kind of horse training materials all around this field. These little ramps that they climb up and things that they can jump over and things like that. So as you guys come into this place, you can see that there is a dwarf outside, and he seems to be working with a griffin. And you can see that Dasharra is kind of just on the other side of him, just watching and kind of sharing some helpful tips to him, I guess it would be, but in the Dasharra manner, a little bit rash at first, a little bit impatient. You guys...
Is she a dwarf too?
Yes, she is. So she's kind of like barking these orders as you guys approach. And she looks at all of you coming. Actually, she doesn't even notice you because you guys are passed without a trace and moving very quietly. So what would you guys like to do?
I will break past without a trace, I guess, and run up and yell, Harshnag! And give him a hug around, like, his ankle.
Harshnag?
Yeah, isn't he there?
You don't see him.
He's not there.
What? Where is he? Where'd he go?
He's around, but not there.
What'd you do with my giant?
Are you asking Dasharra that?
Yes.
And Dasharra kind of turns around quickly. She, Harshnag is fine. He's actually over there in the barn.
Okay, I run to the barn. And I yell, Harshnag! And I go and hug his ankle.
Alright, you burst open these wooden doors and run in, and you're hugging on his ankle, and he's kind of like in the middle of taking a nap.
You're traveling with a giant?
I've done... A lot has changed.
I can see. Mom, giants. It's quite a bit.
Don't call me that.
Whatever you say, Mom.
Mom, giant mom. What is it? Ashlyn, as you're hugging on Harshnag's like, oh, what is that? And he looks down at you. Oh, Ashlyn! It's so good to see
missed you!
Oh, I missed you! Where have you been?
Inside the city where they wouldn't let you in because they're racist.
Oh, well, it wasn't that they wouldn't let me in. I don't know, most people when they see a frost giant, especially with our frost giant brethren going nuts and attacking cities, I just had a feeling it'd probably be best for me to stay outside the city.
Okay, well then that's better.
Oh.
I'm glad you're okay then.
Oh, let me get up. Ow! And he hits his head on one of the beams.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm
You're
fine.
really tall. Okay.
Oh, that's
Really
funny.
dark.
He reaches down and grabs his white dragon skull helmet and puts it back on his head. Oh. Well, so Are you okay? I mean, it took you guys so long.
Yeah, we went on a couple of side missions and got some money, but
Getting
we're
fish
back
sandwiches.
now. And yeah, and we're gonna go to Flint Rock and help you out.
Oh, we're going to Flint Rock.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited. He starts rubbing his beard. Oh, I do. Well, I think there might be a little problem with Flint Rock.
Oh no.
It's in the middle of the marshes of the Evermoors.
It's kind of on the way to Everlund, though, right?
It is, but I don't know if I'll be able to go.
Oh no, why not?
Well, because it's a very thick forest with lots of mushy... I would probably slow you down with all you, the Griffons.
We'll bring it to the group and see what they say.
Oh, sounds great. And he kind of ducks his head and crawls out from the barn. As you guys are watching, Anastazius, you're watching as this enormous frost giant emerges out of this red wooden barn and just comes to his feet and brushes himself off a bit.
I reach my hand up to hold his hand.
He's like, oh, and he like bends down.
Anastazius, I wanted you to meet my friend Harshnag.
My, you are a big fellow.
Oh. Yeah, well, it's nice to meet you, Anastazius.
Hold my hand out, waiting for it to be kissed.
He's gonna put your whole hand in his mouth.
He looks at your hand doing that, and he's like, he takes it and he turns it sideways and just shakes it a couple times.
I'm new to this. Oh.
So am I, to be honest. So, Ashlyn was saying that you were gonna go to Flint Rock.
Well, we're not sure. We're not sure where we're going, but we need to get out of here soon.
What's the hurry? You've been here for a few days, right? Why all of a sudden rushing
Stop!
out?
It's complicated, Harshnag.
Oh,
They
sure.
killed
What's in Flint
someone.
Rock?
Flint Rock, you see this map? And he holds out his map. And I'm going to go ahead and share that with all of you, because I don't think I've shared it with all of you yet.
Nope, just me, I think.
Let me see if I can find that handout.
Sorry. Thank you.
Harshnag's map. Let's see if I can find it. Player handouts. Harshnag's map. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and... Well, that's weird. I'm just going to click show to players. Can you guys see that?
No.
No.
That's weird. Show to players. Anything?
No.
Nada.
Eh, figures.
Eh.
Ah. Roll 20, what are you doing to me? There we go, we'll edit it. Let's see. Okay, in players' journals, we'll just put it to all players. And I'll save changes. Do you guys see at the top, like where your character sheets are?
Oh, yep.
You see it now?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
you guys can click on that and open your handout, and you can see Harshnag's map.
Oh, okay.
And you guys can see that
Oh,
Flint Rock, this is all in Giant.
Right.
So Flint Rock is just a little bit into the Evermoors, a little bit north of the main road where you guys are going to be headed. As he holds out that that map. And he kind of points to it with his giant finger. This is it right here. See, it's not too far out of the way. It's where the supposedly another giant relic is hidden.
What do these giant relics do?
Well, I think that if we show up with some of these relics in hand, it might increase our chances of getting more knowledge from the Oracle at the Eye of the All-Father.
Gramps, knowledge, that sounds like your thing.
Yeah.
And
That would be
how
most
important
interesting to the
is
storm.
this to be done?
What did you say, Callista? What was that?
How important is this that needs to be done?
It's very important. I think the Oracle will know some more answers about what is causing all these giants to go crazy, and perhaps maybe what caused the shattering of the Ordning or something. I don't know. I just need to find some answers.
Someone will have to fill me in later on all of this, because I am...
Yes,
Totally
I'm
lost.
sorry. I will tell
We're
you
kind of a
everything
big
soon.
deal, Anastasia.
We're really not.
Really, I've never heard of you.
Good. Keep it that way.
Or we're kind of feel like we're roaming in the shadows, but there was a cloud giant that
There
vouches
was
for us.
Okay, we can explain the full story and details as soon as we figure out where we're going. First things first. Are we going to Flint Rock or are we going to Everlund?
Flint Rock's
Harshnag.
kind of on the way.
It is kind of in the way.
Yes, but do you remember what happened to the last location we stopped at? There were
And
those
he wasn't
strange-
really around to help us. So we're doing all the work. Harshnag, give me a reason on why we should go to Flint Rock with you.
Technically, it helps the whole world if we help Harshnag.
I don't
Harshnag
really
the
care about
giant.
that.
Famous.
Harshnag starts shaking his head at what Ashlyn just said. I don't know, Callista, but there's just something about you. There's something about you and your friends. I think you might be the answers to help me with this much bigger problem. But I'm unsure. I need some type of guidance. I need some direction. I think the Oracle will point us the right way.
Sounds very legitimate if you ask me.
Honestly, this
Ashlyn,
sounds like
you
a
don't
blast.
have a
I
beard.
All right,
Not
Harshnag,
yet. I've been growing it for 33 years.
Well, you're going to need to grow it for a very long time if that's 33 years.
I could get a fake one.
Harshnag, if
Fair
we
enough.
go, I need your word that you're not going to just let us do all the dirty work.
Well, about that. It's kind of in a swamp with a lot
Yeah,
of
you can't go
trees.
there.
Well, he couldn't go there last time either, and we did all the heavy lifting.
Well, I
You
was
found some
I was
stuff.
just concerned for your safety.
Well,
I mean,
it would be helpful to have you around.
if the Uthgard barbarians see this axe, they will go berserk. They will take fits of rage and put all of you in danger.
So you're telling me the barbarians might be at Flint Rock instead?
Well, Flint Rock is a site of Uthgard barbarian burial ground.
Oh my
I mean, that's
You found some cool
honestly,
stuff last
I
time.
am intrigued, and Callista, I would love to see what you've been doing all these years. So, the perfect time to show me. You know what, big fellow? I am in.
oh,
Flint Rock. it is.
Anastazius!
And my axe.
I like you, pretty man.
Well,
I'm
now
glad you
that that's
noticed.
settled that he is going on his own way, what shall the rest of us do? Shall we continue on our way to Everlund?
Callista looks absolutely helpless just staring at Anastazius right now.
Harshnag looks at Malfin and I've seen what you can do, Malfin. You could help us.
Malfin looks in, gets a slightly darker look in his eyes for a moment. Yes, and so have others. But if it is the will of my traveling companions, then so shall it be.
Eh? I'm trying to waggle my eyebrows. It's not working.
Ashlyn, I think Callista is lost in this Antonio's
I'm lost in
gaze.
everything, so whatever.
That's actually quite a nice name too. I might use that.
Antonio's gaze.
So,
Could be the name of my next song.
Ooh, he's a
Oh,
songwriter.
to play Despacito.
Oh, no.
Don't know that that's not Anastasius' song, though.
Dasharra, is it plausible for you, looking at this map, to stop at this spot in the swamp with the Griffons and then continue on our way to Everlund? I do not want to impose on you any longer than necessary.
Dasharra looks at you and says, "Oh, it wouldn't be imposing on me at all. I mean, we can swing by there. It wouldn't be very difficult for the Griffons to fly over top and at least take a look."
Do you know about how long it would take to reach such a point?
Oh, not very long. About a few hours.
Well, it seems... Callista, are you back with us now?
I
Maybe
have
she's
a
trying to
plan.
forget we exist.
Well, it appears as you want this individual to come along with us, so if he is planning on stopping by, it seems we are as well. I say we should probably be leaving now, as it's still fairly early, and Dasharra has said it will take a few hours to arrive.
Dasharra looks back at the other dwarf, who's over there still kind of training a griffin, and she looks over. Darnik, it's time to get him ready. Let's get him saddled up. And Darnik's like, "Hey!" And he goes on and he starts like going into the stable areas, and you can see him start to pull the familiar griffins out and some saddles, getting things ready to go for your journey.
Anastasius, can you handle a blade?
Coming on to me.
I saw that coming a mile away.
You hear out of the background as Muffet's walking away. That dagger is broken.
Ooh.
And then,
Oh,
lightly clanging on the ground as a broken dagger falls onto the ground.
Cool. So as you guys are standing there, this guy Darnik, he comes up to you, Lachlan, kind of handing you the reins to one of the griffins. And he's like, "Here you go, laddie.
Okay.
My name's Darnik Gravelpike. Nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you as well.
Hey.
Do you know Dasharra, or you guys just met?
Oh no, we're good friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's helping me to train some griffins outside of the city of Yartar. They have given me quite a bit of gold coin. We're gonna start to set up our own griffin cavalry.
Griffin cavalry, huh? I have some friends. They're kind of Griffin enthusiasts.
Aye, really?
Yeah, I have Cleo bundled up now.
Yeah, and you guys have noticed that your baby griffins have started to get all these soft feathers, and they're really it's kind of like holding a plush doll. It's nice and soft, and they're getting really playful and things like that. So they're reaching an age where they're starting to get kind of curious about the world around them, and not able to fly just yet. But every once in a while, if you let them loose and kind of onto the ground a little bit, you can see that they're starting to kind of open their wings and kind of test their wings a bit. So,
I take out a bag and I say, "Okay, you guys are ready, right?" And I put it down next to Cleo and I say, "Cleo, I want you to meet Ferguson, Sir Salisbury III, and Jimmy."
There's these 3 glass bottles with this milky fluid inside with these little jellyfish just floating in there. Little pink and blue jellyfish. They just sit there and they just float.
They're really excited. They love Cleo.
Dill.
I put them in my backpack.
Darnik is just watching this and looks over at Lachlan with this confused stare.
Play along.
Oh, okay, I'll just go get the next griffin. He walks back and goes and gets another one ready. Soon enough, you guys all have your griffins saddled and ready. And you guys are ready to make the trek.
Who am I traveling with, might I ask?
Right.
Hey.
All three girls.
Diana raises her hand.
You should have your own Griffin, because I travel with Harshnag. So.
Oh, I've handled many a beast, but I couldn't handle one such as this.
I could probably help with that, Anastazius.
Well, given his size,
I
you
can-
should probably ride with a smaller individual, perhaps Lachlan.
I'm very short. I'm 5'2".
No, I just meant that. Wait, how many Griffins do we have again?
I believe there was 6. Was it 5 or 6?
There were 6, but
I
I
think there
wasn't
were-
riding one.
Yeah.
And Dasharra has her own.
Dasharra has her own, so there's 6. So there's 5. There's 5 Griffins for you guys. Dasharra takes Screecher, which was the head, the
Yeah.
alpha.
Hmm.
And
Well,
there were-
as I remember, maybe never had one, because he just rode with someone else.
yes, he did. Hmm.
But
So would that be 5 or
Callis-
6?
But
Hold on,
Ashlyn is
I'm
riding
running out.
on. Ashlyn's
That's
riding
right.
on Harshnag's shoulder, so that would leave 5
Yep.
for the.
well, what
rest.
Callista could do is if Anastasia gets on one, she can just use her cantrip, her dancing light cantrip, like the laser pointer, like she did before,
Sure,
to get his to follow without him having to do anything.
absolutely, you could,
So I'll do that.
because you guys.
And I'll
have
fly
the
near him in
training.
case he needs the last minute feather fall.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. So you guys are headed into the air as the Griffins take off. I'm gonna go ahead and switch you guys to a map of the north, so you guys can see what's going on. Hopefully,
And you said this was going to be a couple of hours trek?
yeah, a few hours.
While sitting on there, Molfin is going to take a little time and he wants to try to tune to an item.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That scroll I found
The scroll you found.
in the carriage house that I kept.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you know
was
whether
worth
it
it.
was?
All I know is that it was wizard. It was wizard because I knew that I could do something with it, but I needed more time.
Okay, we don't know what it was scroll.
It's
of,
gonna be a
though.
scroll of light or something.
Oh, you never know.
I'm gonna try to ship ping you guys in the map to where you guys are headed. So can you guys
Yep.
see that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So you guys are just going a little bit north. Flint Rock, from what you can tell on the map, and from what you actually, everybody go ahead and make a survival check for me, if you could.
Ooh, survival.
Ooh, survival.
Let's see,
I'm gonna-
survival.
Anastasius will not make that check. He's just enjoying the wind in his hair. He's just
He's
flapping
just
behind.
enjoying. Yeah, this is an interesting experience for you, Anastazius, as you haven't really ever felt this. I mean, you felt some pretty cool sensations before, Anastazius, but nothing like this. All right,
The world
cool.
looks a lot
Yeah,
different
I'm
from
using
here.
dancing light in front of his griffin to keep him stable.
Awesome, you got it. Callista and Ashlyn, you both know that you guys are headed towards an area that is... It's kind of like... It's mountainous, but it's not like... I'm going to use a United States terminology here. It's not Rocky Mountains, it's more Appalachian Mountains.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
So more like tree-covered mountains, not the big rocky, snowy,
Mm-hmm.
you know...
No.
Hey,
Oh,
exactly.
no.
That's right there, Lachlan. You
Yep.
got it. So as you guys are approaching, you're starting to see these hills, but it's like a combination of this mountainous region, but it's also a very thick, dense forest and marshland. And as you get to a location where it starts to thicken up, you guys notice that Harshnag and Ashlyn, you notice Harshnag just stops in his tracks. And he looks at you, Ashlyn, and he's like, I'm gonna slow you down.
Okay, what should I do? I can run 50 feet per round. Does that help?
I don't think you can carry me, Ashlyn. It's not gonna work that way.
I love her mindset. Well, I can carry
Yeah.
you.
Just like the beard. It's just not gonna happen.
What?
Oh no! Don't tell her that.
I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, dear. You're amazing. It's just you wouldn't look right with this kind of beard anyway.
Okay.
I don't think you should have one.
Okay.
I'll go to-
I trust your fashion sense.
So the guy wearing a dinosaur or a dragon.
He has much better fashion sense than our recent.
When he takes off the helmet, his hair is like parted in the middle. He puts it back on. I could stay here and wait.
Okay, you do that, but you rest and take care of yourself, okay? And we'll be back soon.
Okay, well, you need to be up there with your friends.
Yeah, I should probably like... Caw, caw! Ballista! Caw, caw!
Everybody make a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Except for Ashlyn. All right, Lachlan, you hear a crow raven sound calling from below.
That raven! I want to like kind of kick the griffin and bring it down a little bit to hunt for the source of the sound.
All right, yeah.
Caw.
You see Ashlyn standing on the shoulder of Harshnag.
Ashlyn,
yeah.
why'd you guys stop?
Cause Harshnag can't go any further. Can you give me a ride on the back of your griffin?
Of course, hop on.
Okay.
So Ashlyn hops on the griffin, and you guys all take off and continue towards Flint Rock. As you get into the mountainous region, there is it's almost like a fog that covers underneath, and you can see like the tops of trees like sticking out through this thick white fog, and it's almost like this is going to be a terrible reference probably, but in Star Wars when Luke Skywalker goes to visit Yoda,
oh my God, we're going to Dagobah.
Imagine Dagobah. As you guys are flying overhead, you guys can see things get a little bit foggy, a little bit hard to see, but you can see this marshland, this mountainous marshland underneath. And all of a sudden, there's an area of the fog that starts to, it just looks, from what you can see ahead, it looks like it's broken apart, and there's this open area in the fog ahead of you in the direction of Flint Rock where you guys are headed.
Oh.
Ashlyn, what do you think that is?
A rock. What do you think it is?
An astute observation.
And at this point, Molfin, go ahead and I need you to roll a D100 for me.
Uh-oh.
Give me something shiny.
Okay. Now, you were trying to attune to the scroll?
Yeah, it's basically attuned to it, see if I can figure out what it is.
Okay, yeah, just taking this short rest and being able to spend some time with the scroll reveals to you that it's actually a scroll of protection. And it's specifically protection against fiends.
Ironic.
Helpful earlier.
How ironic. Wow.
Poetic justice.
Oh my goodness.
And that was totally up to that roll what it became, so it was completely random.
Nice.
The dice gods have judged.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, in terms of spell-wise, it's a considered protection from evil and good for, or is that a separate spell?
It's a separate spell. Here's what it does. Using an action to read the scroll, it encloses you in an invisible barrier that extends from you to form a 5-foot radius, 10-foot high cylinder. So for 5 minutes, this barrier prevents creatures of the specified type from entering or affecting anything within the cylinder.
Jeez.
That's pretty cool.
The cylinder moves with you and remains centered on you. However, if you move in such a way that a creature of the specified type would be inside the cylinder, the effect ends. So basically, if you try to go towards one of these creatures. Once it hits that creature, it ends the effect.
Okay.
So a creature can attempt to overcome the barrier by using an action to make a DC 15 Charisma check. On a success, the creature ceases to be affected by the barrier.
AT field.
Yep.
Put that away. And would that have taken the whole trip there or no?
No, not the whole trip. Probably about 30, 45 minutes. Probably
Okay,
to
that
ascertain
Muffin will spend the rest of the trip focusing on the bag of beans he found.
Okay. Before you do that, go ahead and make an Arcana check for me pertaining to the scroll.
Okay. Arcana!
Okay. Oh, I don't have that sheet here. Okay, you have a feeling that that scroll by itself may be anywhere between 2,000 to 4,000 gold pieces. Finding the right person could be the value of that particular item. It's a pretty rare item to come across. And as you're making your way, you have enough time to find out that these the beans are in fact a bag of beans, a bag of magical beans. And the specs on this are inside. How many did you roll last time when you rolled this?
7.
Okay, so the 7 beans. It says, if you dump the bag's contents out onto the ground, they explode in a 10-foot radius extending from the beans. Each creature in the area, including you, must make a DC 15 saving throw, taking 5d4 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. The fire ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. If you plant a bean directly in the dirt or the sand and then water it, the bean produces an effect 1 minute later from the ground where it was planted, and the DM rolls or chooses from the list, which can be a wide array of different things that can grow from these beans.
Some of us in this group are freaking aware.
I know. Some of you have already witnessed this in Monday night's campaign. That bag of beans, probably about 4,000 gold.
Wait, what? And you let us plant them on Monday?
No one asked what it was worth. Y'all just said, "Ooh, give me beans. I want to plant them."
So,
Wait, I won a dinosaur racing contest and I got 4,000 gold worth of beans?
Yep.
now,
And y'all said, "Let's plant them in the city. Let's plant them in the people. Let's plant them everywhere."
Molfin, you would also know that out of those items that you took from the carriage house, you probably took the most rare and the most expensive. And left the hand with 2 possible low-level magic item potions that probably wouldn't fetch them very much on the market.
We're terrible.
And you planted evidence against Artana. So. You are
But nobody knows that.
No, pretty terrible.
All right.
So let's hope we never go back to Yartar. No one ever finds out that Molfin did that.
That's kind of why I was laughing the whole time that took place, because I'm like, he got like the best stuff and left them with garbage. It's like, well, it's not garbage, but in comparison. Yeah.
Had I thought of it, I should have stole the stuff out of the other room, but Molfin wasn't in his mind during that fight.
All right. So anything else you guys would be doing as you are still headed towards Flint Rock?
I want to do perception check as we get closer.
Sure, go ahead. Anybody who wants to do a perception check can.
Cuckoo.
Groovy!
Hey, Ashlyn, did Harshnag tell you what we're looking for here in Flint Rock?
No.
Okay.
A relic.
I think we just do what we did last time and detect magic and see if we can find anything of value.
Aha! See? Callista always has a plan.
Molfin and Diana, as you guys are flying, there's a little bit of break in the fog. And you see below a open area in the swampy, mountainous region. Some of the trees have been cleared in this space. And it looks like maybe some kind of ancient ruin. Perhaps maybe it would have been a monastery at some point in time. But you notice that there are... what was left of the ruin has been completely demolished. And there are what look to be trees and other things like on their side, and it looks perhaps rather recent.
Molfin will try to get the Griffin to get a little closer to Callista. But Callista, look down there. It seems this damage looks more somewhat current. Seems like someone may have already come through here.
Do I have to get closer to kind of gauge how long approximately?
Yeah, you'd probably have to land and kind of do an investigative work in that area to be able to get a sense of that kind of knowledge.
Does it look like there's a safer place for us to land that's not like right on top of this thing?
It's just dense forest and marshland all around. Probably the best place to land would be right in the middle of this desecrated ruin.
Callista, perhaps we should take the same approach we took at the carriage house.
Yeah.
If I drop down and start poking around and you... well, if you can convince this lovely little creature to stay about 25 feet above me in the air, should things happen, I can just pop myself back up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stay close.
Molfin's going to drop down then, dismount, and try to get the Griffin to sort of pop back up 25 feet in the air near Callista.
Okay. It happens exactly like that. The Griffin heads on up, and you're now standing in the middle of this ruin with all these look like maybe a few stone structures completely smashed and broken all over the place.
Would you have told all of us that? Otherwise, Ashlyn would be worried.
Yeah, I
about
would have.
Uncle
No,
Morphin.
I would have told you guys to stay probably like 30 feet above me.
Okay.
So Molfin pops down and just looking around to see what I can find out. You said that's an investigation check?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
Do you have detect magic?
Oh, that'll be part 2.
Wow, look at that.
And
roll.
actually...
That works
Nice.
too.
Hey.
As you're walking around, Molfin, there's this awkward, weird silence about this place as you're moving around. I'm glad somebody made. I'm hearing like a whistling sound. Is that an ambulance?
That may be a siren.
That's perfect because you're almost hearing the wind kind of whistle through the branches of the trees here. That was perfect timing. I was thinking of that, and I'm like, "There's a whistling going on. That's awesome." So it's this eerie sound, and you're noticing as you go around these giant footprints in the marshy, wet ground around the area. You kind of stumble into one of them, and you're standing there in this enormous. It looks like a humanoid print, but it's huge. And you can see that as you're investigating around, there was probably about 4 or 5 of these giant creatures. They were probably here maybe a week ago, from what you can discern. But they were...
I'm shadowing like 10 to 20 feet above him. Like wherever he moves, I'm moving.
Yep, and you're within 10 feet, you're noticing the same thing as he's noticing this. And it looks like the footprints are just scattered all around this area, and all these stone structures have been completely just leveled by these creatures. You don't see any dead bodies. You don't see any sign of other creatures. It's just this place has been flattened.
Sign of like digging?
Not digging, just you can see like there's marks on stones as if something was taken, like other stones, and just smashed up against
Do
this
these
stuff.
look like giant footprints like Harshnag?
Yes, they do look like they are giant footprints.
Molfin's going to sort of sit on the lip of one of the footprints that he's sort of stumbled into and pull out his book for a few minutes and cast Detect Magic as a ritual and then start walking around trying to circle as much as he can within the 10 minutes to see if I get any sort of a blip anywhere.
I'm also casting Detect Magic at will.
Okay.
But I'm staying about 10 feet above the ground, so I'm not going to get as much as what Molfin will be able to, but...
Okay. As you guys are casting these spells and reciting your incantations, Molfin kind of relaxing a bit, moving about with his ritual. No blip of any kind of magical source that you guys notice from the area.
And
Might
no
already be
entrance, no... Doesn't look like an entrance or anything into the interior at all?
There are several trees that are down. They look like they were downed recently. And you can see areas where it almost looks like they were pushed down or slammed down to the ground by something much bigger. And you can see the direction in which they came and where they headed. You can see that they kind of disappear off into the thicker marshlands.
Are they going north, or...?
It looks like they are headed in the... it would be east. It's almost as if they came
Towards
from
Everlund.
Yeah.
the east and then returned to the east.
Well, I was feeling whatever it is they were looking for, they found it, because there's nothing here.
Molfin's going to just sort of wave up at the Griffin trying to get to come back down.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I'll coach down.
Griffin lands back down. Molfin, you make your way back onto the saddle. And you guys head back up to meet your friends who've been circling around about 50
What'd you guys
60
find
feet
down
above.
there?
There's no magical item down in this area, but it's been fairly thoroughly rummaged through by giants.
Are we sure the item we're looking for is magical?
Wasn't the last one?
The tooth wasn't magical, it was a tooth.
But whatever they were searching for here, it appears they may have found it and then took off, heading east towards Everlund.
What if they didn't find it? Should we look more?
Is this
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
mound similar to the other one? Like, does it look like I could dig through it again?
This doesn't look like a mound. It doesn't look like a burial place. It looks more like an old monastery. Or some type of religious retreat area.
Ooh, I'm good at that.
And Molfin, your investigation check would have kind of, as you were looking around, it looks like whatever they were deliberately smashed every piece of the stone from each structure into as small a pieces as they possibly could.
As if something was like in the stone.
But
Yeah.
it appears that they were very angry at whatever these symbols were here, as they repeatedly smashed and destroyed, crushing any stone pieces into powder. It could have been something hidden within a stone, or it could have been
Well, if
a
Harshnag's
sanctuary to
looking
the
for
Raven
these
Queen.
relics, there's no reason why other giants wouldn't be looking for them as well.
This is
Yeah.
most true. And it
That's scary.
appears they're heading towards Everlund, which I feel we need to
Right.
give chase to them immediately in order to aid that city.
Where's
Or the
Harshnag?
grandfather tree. I left him about 10 minutes south of here.
Maybe we could take our Griffin and update him, and you guys could go follow the trail, or?
The last time we split up was not a good idea, so no.
Yeah, it went pretty ugly, didn't it?
You guys killed the guy.
With a trident, no?
Yeah, you should probably lay low for a while. Maybe find a safe house.
I killed a guy.
We're all fairly close, like circling around within 30 feet of each other, right?
Yeah, you guys are able to have this conversation together. Yeah.
As we're circling, Molfin's just going to look over as Ashlyn says, "You killed a guy." Cast Mage Hand and just sort of right over the mouth, covering her mouth.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing. I mean, Ashley and I, we're pretty fast. We're pretty nimble. I think we could probably go grab Harshnag real quick and catch up with you guys. What she said.
Molfin will drop the Mage Hand.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, don't forget, while I'm thinking about it, everybody has a nat 20 this week.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget that. And also, other Liam in chat, when you guys were both detecting magic, he said you two detect each other casting detect magic.
That's awesome.
Molfin, as your spell ends, you detect Callista casting detect magic.
You detect a strong source of divination.
That's it.
Callista, have you ever known that your magical aura exudes a sort of royal purple color when you're casting your incantations?
No. I mean, I am purple, but...
Ooh.
The next time you are under the effects of that enchantment to be able to see magical auras, watch somebody as they're casting a spell. It is fascinating to watch how it sort of radiates out from them.
He sounds like he's high, Lachlan, doesn't he?
Yeah, he might be.
Okay.
Calista kind of just looks confused, but like, okay.
Ever since he saw those little green men drank that thing back in.
I know, right?
Because Callista's like, did Molfin get my pipe?
Yeah. Wait, like double checking, like, where's my... Okay.
I think it's the good side of Gramps.
Oh wait, does the Anastazius have my pipe right now?
I think he does, yeah.
Certainly do.
Oh.
Damn it.
All right. So you guys are you guys splitting up, or are you guys all headed, continuing to trek towards...
I'll let the two of them go get Harshnag, but we're gonna wait, like, above and probably towards where the main road is, where we're not so in the marsh, so Harshnag can actually get through where we're gonna meet them.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Basically, if you look on this map, you guys are probably on the R of Flint Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And Harshnag's probably, you see where the mountainous region starts? Right above Valley.
Okay, so we'll meet him around here.
Okay. Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay.
That's where we'll meet.
So Ashlyn and Lachlan are headed back to Harshnag and then to take him to that point. While
Yeah, and
the
I'm
rest
feeling
of you-
confident by flying. I'm kind of like kicking the flanks of the Griffin, like pushing
Okay.
it harder than usual.
Awesome. Yeah. And your training, you feel confident, Lachlan. All the training that you received from Dasharra and just
All that hard work, greasing up, jumping through windows. He's finally
Getting feathered and greased.
And the rest of you are continuing on to the north a bit.
Yeah,
I think heading to the south.
Yeah,
road,
a
right?
little bit south. Like, we're
Okay.
gonna meet them at this point.
Okay, so they fly this way. You guys do approach Harshnag. You see that he's kind of resting and sitting down, like Ashlyn told him to. He's kind of picking at some plants and things and looking at them, and you see like he tries to like chew on one, and no, terrible. Oh, Ashlyn, did you find Flint Rock? Did you find the relic?
No, there was no relic. There were only big giant footprints that looked like they smashed everything.
Are you sure that was Flint Rock?
It was a temple.
Flint Rock is a burial ground. There wouldn't be a temple on it.
Uh-oh. What did we look at?
You're the wrong place.
Flint Rock's a burial ground?
Yeah,
Like a mound, like we went
lot-
to before?
a lot like the other one. Yeah. Uthgard barbarians aren't very creative. They kind of have the same elements going on.
Oh. Well, we're gonna go to the Y on the map.
Okay. Harshnag gets his map out. He's like turning it in different directions, like squinting at it. Why on the map? What is this
Right above
rock?
Valley. You see it. Anyway, we're gonna go there. So you follow us. We'll meet up with the group, and maybe we can go give it another shot.
Oh, okay. Another shot sounds great. Yes. And he starts
Okay.
stroking his beard again.
This is gonna throw a fit.
And eventually you guys get to Callista, Molphin, Anastazius. You guys all get to that point. Diana, you guys are all kind of cruising. And eventually you see Lachlan and Ashlyn and Harshnag come strolling over. And this, it's kind of more of like an open area here. Some tall grass as Harshnag makes his way over. And
Are we on the ground waiting for him?
I don't know, are you?
Yeah,
It's up to
we're
you.
waiting. Melissa's
Wall on the
she's
ground.
not splitting the party. She's waiting for them to catch up.
Okay.
Molfin's going to take one of his pouches and fill it with dirt.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So mysterious. Anyway, so we'll fly down, and I'll say, "Hey guys, funny story. We went to the wrong place."
What do you mean we went to the wrong
Is that
place?
funny?
What do you mean we went to the-
Hilariously, we went to a temple instead of a mound.
Am I laughing?
I don't know. I've never seen you laugh before. So, in fact, I don't smile much either. I wouldn't know. Maybe you're laughing inside?
Harshnag just looks down at Ashlyn and is like, I think she might be laughing inside.
She might be. There's this, like, giggle in her
Harshnag?
voice.
You could hear that? Oh, I'm sorry.
This is why I told you to come with us. Why do we have to do everything for you?
It would just take me so long. Look how thick that forest is. I would slow you down.
He gets
How did we
splinters
end
in
up
his
in the wrong
feet.
spot anyway?
What was that, Diana?
How did we end up in the wrong spot? Don't we have a map?
Yes, you have a map. Did you
Is
use
his
it?
map not great?
Here, look at my map. And he holds it out in front of you, right? Like 2 inches in front of your face, Diana. He's like holding the map. He's like, here,
No,
look.
is it wrong?
He takes his finger and he's like, here, this is Flint Rock right here. See it? Right there?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you got, that's it right there. Yeah.
So where are we currently?
Where are we
There.
currently? It looks at Ashlyn.
By the Y.
By the
Y.
I'm not seeing this. Why? I mean,
Is his map to the same scale as like a real map?
you
Yeah, can I compare
it's-
maps that I have?
Well, you can tell that his map is hand drawn,
Oh god.
and it looks like he drew it himself.
Oh god.
Not holding it upside down, is he?
He quickly turns it upside down, and oh no, that's not it. And he turns it back around. No, it's not upside down. I promise. See, look, Flint Rock right there. Oh, can you read Giant?
I can.
No.
And I can.
So only the people that read Giant can see the markings and the actual writing is actually in Giant, but it says Flint Rock from what you guys can read. Anastazius, you're just looking at a bunch of symbols that you don't understand.
So this is
So
a
this is
hand-
what you get up to.
We're usually better at this. I promise.
No,
Oh,
it's
I'm-
really
I'm
about
sure.
it's
I'm
really
sure.
about the same, Anastasia. This is really how it usually goes.
See, she's laughing inside.
We're trying to sell ourselves here.
You guys are so great. Harshnag's just looking at all of you. I'm so glad that I've met up with all of you.
Aww.
You're
See,
so
he's so
you're
nice.
so helpful and kind to one another, and
Yeah, sure. Oh.
So, what's this mound look like from the
Insight
air?
check.
maybe?
I'm inside. I want to see if he actually believes what he's saying.
you think he does.
Great.
Leans over a little towards Lachlan and Gnomish. He seems to truly feel that way. I must question his intelligence.
Yeah, well, not everybody can be, like us.
Do you understand Gnomish, Anastazius?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Certainly do not.
I was just curious.
Bonus!
Fine.
I do thank you all for helping me.
I'll just get on with it and
Callista's already heading in that direction.
Heading back. So
Any last hints before we go, Harshnag?
It's a burial ground, so think about the last stop that we had. It's probably something similar.
Okay.
I've never been there myself, but
Do you know what we're looking for?
it's a burial mound. He looks
No,
at
like
you.
in the burial mound.
Looking for something big or small or
Like the tooth.
Well, I don't really know. It's an ancient giant relic.
I'm gonna cast
Okay.
Minor Illusion on Ashlyn to give her a beard.
Oh,
What's the
Ashley,
message for her?
what has happened to your face?
I don't know. It's like magic.
33
Oh.
years and all of a sudden it grows in 2 seconds.
I know. It was
is-
waiting, like
that is-
hibernation.
That is baffling.
It's magnificent.
It does not look right on you.
I click my fingers and it disappears.
All right.
Oh.
Molfin gets on the Griffin and takes off after Callista, just shaking his head.
So you guys kind of all head on back into the air on the top of the Griffins as Dasharra is kind of like, okay, let's go. She leads you guys back up. And you start to see that open area again. And you pass back over the area where you guys had originally stopped and saw that open area in the foliage. Eventually you get up to that spot where you could see in the distance that there was this opening in the cloud this foggy formation. There's like an opening there. And as you start to approach from the sky, I'm going to show you what you see as you approach Flint Rock.
I wonder what that flattened monastery was.
Mm.
Who knows? The giants
I
were really angry at it.
Given it was destroyed completely, it was probably a temple to some worthless deity.
So
Oh, no,
are you guys
List.
seeing everything on the map right now?
I see black.
I see black.
Nothing.
What are you doing to me? Roll 20. See here.
Do we
you
need
see-
tokens?
No, you don't need tokens. Not for this. Let
Same
me
thing
see.
it does every night, Pinky.
Let's
Try
see,
to take over the world.
Or not work, but try to take over the world.
It's weird. I guess I'll just turn off dynamic lighting on it and see what happens. Can you guys see it now?
Yeah,
Now
that
it's loud
Hey.
and clear.
Yep.
Okay, so what you see is an interesting set of mounds when you approach. And seeing it from the top, you can see that there's a center area that is shaped almost like a deer or an elk.
Ooh.
And there's this large place in the center where you can see there's almost like a stone altar built in the center of this thing. I'm very terrible at pronouncing this. Is that a menhir?
Yeah.
It's like a tall, like if you scroll all the way down, you can see what it looks like from the side.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
These tall spires that kind of stick up on the middle bump where the shape of the elk is. And then you can see there are several piles of stones built all around on the last area. These are similar to the same ones that you saw at the other burial mound, Molfin, that you could tell were probably where the dead of the Uthgard have been buried.
More skeletons for Gramps.
Oh no.
All
He's gonna
this-
put like a bunch in the bag.
He's gonna take the bag of holding, just go.
All the stones seem to be slightly covered in moss, and you can see that there are actually 2 elk near the top area of this structure that are kind of scoping around. It looks like they're just looking for moss to feed on or any little bits of grass and weeds that they can find.
Aww.
Just seem to be kind of feeding in that area. As you
They're
guys
so
approach.
majestic.
Are any of the giant footprints around here?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Lachlan.
Oh, I have disadvantage because I'm tired.
Oh yeah,
I want
you
to
do.
do perception
Can
for
anyone
any
get in on
other.
this?
Yeah, anybody can
one
get on
up.
this. Yeah,
Not really.
absolutely.
I did not do well.
Perception.
Perception.
Oh, your girl sees all.
Yeah, Diana.
That altar is fascinating. Did someone say something? No. Okay. Back to the altar.
Diana, as you're looking down, you don't see any tracks. You don't see anything suspicious from up where you're at. Looking around, you just see the two elk seem to be just grazing about.
Well, everyone, aside from some lovely nature, there doesn't seem to be anything too odd going on here, from what I can tell. But I would be careful. Last time things popped up from the ground, so you never really know.
Yeah, that was the thing, wasn't it?
Yes.
Safe to land, do you think?
That's fascinating, Diana. I'm going to go down and take a look at that altar.
Okay, let's prepare a spell before we do that. Let's just prepare something just in case.
I'm using detect magic as I fly over the main part of the elk mound.
Callista, do you think the deer would let me pet them?
I could ask them.
Yay!
Okay.
I will fly down and I will ready a scorching ray for whenever I see an enemy.
Okay. Gotcha. As you...
Can I ask for clarification on what an enemy is to Diana? I need to know Wolf needs to be prepared.
An enemy is currently anything that comes up from the ground right now and tries to attack us, or it is when Molfin tries to steal the stone.
Fair enough.
Gotcha.
Just need clarification there.
Noted.
Yeah.
So as you guys start to approach, you notice that the elk stop grazing. They pick their heads up rather rapidly, and then they start to just book it down the one side of the mound, over the other mound, and they just start to run towards an area that's more of a dense, marshy forest on the other side. Is there anything you guys wanted to do at that point, or did just saying bye to them as they skedaddle?
Molfin's just going to the yard.
Skedaddle.
Okay. It's kind of like if you were approaching a deer in the woods, they would see you and then run. So basically, that's what happens.
Can I try to buzz him with the griffin? Like, get
No,
really...
no, could I? I was gonna try to do speak with animals.
Oh, okay. If
before
I
I
see
detected
Callista
magic.
doing stuff, I would.
You can try if you want to fly up kind of behind them before they disappear into the foliage, if you would like to, Callista.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. So what are you going to say?
You're in no danger here. We mean you no harm. We're just looking for some items. I was wondering if you'd seen anyone pass through here.
Go to make a persuasion check.
Could it be animal handling?
Uh-oh.
This is more persuasion.
Okay.
I'm nat 20.
I'm not using it.
The whole group has a nat 20. We need to save those.
Whatever comes out.
Or against each other, or?
It seems like your call out was ignored, and they continue to run. And eventually they disappear into the thick foliage into the marsh.
Okay. Then I will start doing detect magic as I pass over the entirety of this main mound.
Okay. And what are the rest of you doing at this point?
Molfin's going over that altar with a fine-tooth comb.
Okay.
Ashlyn, where do you want to land?
Wherever you want to. Probably near the head. Just because it looked cool if we took a selfie.
Selfie?
Yeah, you ever have a selfie where you draw yourself?
It
takes a long time.
It does take a long time.
I am a terrible artist, so no, I have never. But I will join you two in where you land.
I am proficient in painter's supplies, so, you know.
So
selfies are my thing.
So I guess we're landing here.
Are you investigating the altar? Is that what you're doing?
What was that?
Molfin, is that what you wanted to do? Is pretty much investigate the altar? Okay, you can go ahead and make an investigation check for us. Callista, as you're kind of cruising around like the mound with your detect magic going,
Mm-hmm.
you get a faint aura of divination magic that's originating from underneath the altar. Buried in the ground underneath the stone altar. As you're kind of looking over the altar, Mulfin, it's a rectangular slab of stone. It's about 10 foot long by 6 foot wide, and it's about 3 foot tall. Surfaces are worn and smooth by just being in the weather. Time has affected it in that way. And it's pretty simple. It's just a simple rectangular stone.
Hey, I'll land there.
Does it look like it could be, like it opens or anything? Like, is it a flat stone on top of a box, like the base, or?
It doesn't appear to be. It appears to be just this thick slab of stone.
And you said it's coming from underneath it?
Yes, it's coming from the ground underneath.
How far deep?
Not very far, maybe about only 2 or 3 feet.
We move the stone.
Oh, Calista, what?
Yeah.
What says you?
You said it's divination?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna maintain my detect magic and wild shape into a giant badger.
All right.
Really, woman? Could you not give a gnome some warning before you turn into that beast?
I growl at you and start digging.
She growls in badger. And she starts
Badgers. Always badgers. We don't need those stinking badgers.
And Callista starts to burrow underneath.
I kick dirt at Mulfin while I'm turning.
You're just
He
getting
deserved
peppered.
it.
You're just getting peppered, Mulfin, with all these pieces of dirt as she's just like digging it out. It's kind of a dog like digging out there, really, just kicking all this dirt back up at your face. Some of it gets stuck in your beard.
Mulfin's gonna reach into his pocket, pull out a small round item. Back in the pocket.
Okay, and as you are digging, you're getting closer to that aura, and it doesn't take you long at all with this ability to burrow. Then all of a sudden, your teeth clamp down on something hard.
Ooh.
And it just... It sends
God
like...
damn it, MG.
Yes, figures MG would be the one. But it's like some type of metal.
How big is it?
It's basically from where you burrowed, you're only seeing a little bit of it, and from what you can see under here, it looks like it might be a spear tip or some kind of tip of some kind of weapon that is buried underneath.
Stop, MG. Stop. I will
MG.
burrow around it and pull it out.
Okay.
God damn it.
As you do, while you guys are watching, this badger starts dragging out this 5 foot long metal spear tip from underneath the altar.
Mulfin will walk over in front of her and start muttering and casting Identify to figure out what we're dealing with.
Okay. As you cast this Identify, you find that this is... Let me double check, make sure I've got it. Make sure I'm reading you the right description here.
So it's taller than the gnomes?
It's a 5 foot long mithril spear tip. It has a faint aura of this divination magic, Mulfin, but as you cast this Identify on it, you realize that the main juice of this magic has worn out. So it at one time was a magical item, but is not anymore. But it looks like possibly a spear tip off of a giant weapon.
Well,
and it's made from mithril. If you guys want to go ahead and make a history check, possibly. If anybody wants to make a history check on that.
Sure.
I have disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
I am
Oh, yeah.
percent history.
Wow, look at Diana go tonight. Man, she's rolling good.
Now, I am going
Oh.
to toss this in here,
Mm-hmm.
because I think this would apply if this was at one point a magical item.
Yeah.
Is due to my Artificer's lore, I get to add double my proficiency bonus to it.
Perfect. So that would,
So
give
that would
you,
make it an additional 3, so that would make it a 16.
16. Okay, basically anybody that rolls over a 15 would probably know that this mithril is a type of material that is kind of like silver, but stronger than steel.
Ooh.
They use this is almost indestructible type of metal.
How heavy is it?
Is it still in Callista's mouth?
It's just laying on the ground. She kind of drug,
Yeah, I can't.
drug it out.
Yeah,
It
I
was-
would have dropped my.
Callista,
badger form.
it took her a while to pull it out. Callista, it was heavy. Especially in that form. You were kind of just...
I'm gonna call Lachlan over.
Yeah.
Can you put this in the bag of holding? We need to get this back to Harshnag. We're done here.
I'll open the bag up. It looks heavy.
I'll help put it in. The
Alright.
bag.
I suppose I will aid you if no one else will.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll help.
With everybody kind of pitching in together, you guys are able to put it... It weighs about 75 pounds, probably.
Okay.
You guys are able to kind of put it in the bag, and you guys have got it in the bag of holding.
Let's go.
Before we get it in there, can I just say, Anastazius, wouldn't you like to help us put it in?
Of course, my dear.
Is,
I will be right there.
is Diana in front of the opening of the bag?
Oh, what
I'm
was
just
that?
kind of jamming hands. I'm not doing anything. Will Smith
What-
pose.
Will Smith.
But are you in front of the bag?
Not
If
for
you
sure.
throw me in the bag, I'm off to the side. You
Let's
cannot-
go.
Are we sure we got what we got here? Have we checked the menhirs?
I've looked around. There was no other faintest magical essence. This was it. And it looks like a giant weapon.
Hmm.
It is large enough to be a giant's weapon, and given the location,
And Harshag's not here, so we did what we came for. Let's go.
I kind of
So
feel
just
like-
quickly, I'm trying to...
like, non-magical
comprehend it.
gold, bronze, silver, crowns, gems.
According to Harshnag, these are for saving the world somehow. I don't want to sell them.
But I mean, we can help save the world if we have wealth.
We have plenty of gold, Lachlan. I will give you some later.
Great. I'm gonna. Can I have that on writing? Can I have that on writing?
I would like to speak with
You have
Harshnag.
plenty of gold.
We can-
You have plenty of gold.
We all have plenty of gold.
I mean, money is
doesn't have
relative, but
4.
I'm getting on my griffin.
Callista.
Muffin gets on his and looks over at Lachlan. Well, once the money from the job we did for the hand is divvied out, then you will have more than you need, Lachlan.
Yeah, how much?
yeah, who has that?
I do. So, if you
Oh.
want it, get on your griffin and let's go.
Okay.
Ashlyn, come on, come on, come on!
Okay.
Let's go.
Diana, I'm trying to understand something. Are you
Okay.
grave robbers? I still haven't figured it out yet.
It's not
Okay.
like that.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
what it
Diana is a grave robber.
This isn't
No.
a grave, is it?
correct. I am a woman of God, and I do no such things as desecrate sacred ground. What we're doing is we are digging up old relics for a person of the culture of said relics who needs them to appease this oracle, I think, and they're gonna do something that
The
saves
giants'
the-
ordning shattered. That's why we're having chaos amongst the lands with the giants attacking. We're hoping these relics will help stop these attacks.
Giants
So,
have been
by
attacking.
God.
Oh.
Zephyros told us to do it.
By God, if it's grave robbing, it's grave robbing for the better good.
We're
I'm
amateur
just getting that
archaeologists.
sorted out.
I promise I'll explain everything later tonight.
Well,
I'm sure you will.
remind me to use Diana's statement later.
No!
And with that,
Let's go!
Wolfen takes off into the air away from the
Oh
group.
no.
Diana, come on!
My words for your demon summoning!
Did anyone check if he was near the Carns?
Who?
It's actually a city in northern
Oh.
Queensland. Cairns, is how you pronounce it.
So you guys head back into the air, and that's where we're going to go ahead and take our break for the evening.
Ooh.
As we will see how things go when you reconnect with Harshnag and continue your journey towards Everlund. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to watch tonight. We've been having some cool conversation going on in chat, so thank you guys. This is episode 45 of Storm King's Thunder right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, the humble DM for the night. And we want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. Don't forget to check out dicebard.com. Check out some of their cool dice. And we also have we're kind of doing a little kick booster too for another set of dice. So if you type in !dice, Flying Horse Duck has these really cool metal. I don't know if they're metal, but they're 60-sided dice sets that they're have on Kickstarter.
It's milled metal.
It's milled metal, so they're really cool. So if you type in !dice, it will give you a website to copy and paste into there. For some reason, Moobot wasn't letting me link it. So if you just copy that into the search engine, you guys will be able to check out that kick booster that we're helping to support as well. So we'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes. We're going to go get some drinks and other things, but you guys stay right there and we'll find out exactly what happens when our party meets back up with Harshnag. So we'll see you in a few minutes, guys.
Peace out, yo.
going to go ahead and unmute as we're talking about, we're talking about ice cream and all that kind of good stuff. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey!
This is Storm King's Thunder, episode 45. As our party has just got through with inspecting and investigating an altar in Flint Rock, where they visited, because Harshnag kind of guided them there. And they have in their possession now a very large, what was once a magical spear tip, possibly from a giant-sized weapon. They have it in the bag of holding, and now they are headed back to meet, rendezvous back with Harshnag, who has been waiting for them. And you guys make it the rest of the way, and you guys can see Harshnag is patiently waiting for your return outside of the dense foliage of this marshy area.
An Eevee cup?
Harshnag, I really hope this is what you're looking for.
Oh, you found it!
Well, we found something.
What did you find?
Lachlan, would you bring the bag over
Lachlan,
here, please?
I think you're muted.
I open the bag of holding.
There you go.
Molfin's gonna reach in and...
That bag looks a lot
Thinking
bigger
back.
on the inside.
It's a wonderful gentleman taught us of some technology he took from his people.
Fantastic.
Bear with me a moment as I try to get this here. And reaching into the bag and thinking back to the odd things that we've got in there, didn't we have a giant comb, like a giant-sized bone comb?
There's all kinds of silly stuff in
Yeah,
there.
I believe you did. That bag of holding might almost be full by now, with all the stuff you guys got.
Yeah, we
First
may
gonna
need to
think-
make some room in there pretty soon.
Molfin's going to think of that bone comb first.
All right.
You also have an ivory horn.
Pull that out first.
Oh, he reaches down. Can I hold it?
But of course.
And he picks it up. And he's like, and then he starts raking it through his beard. Oh.
I'm just looking at
He
Molfin.
looks back down at Ashlyn curiously to her chin.
Looks
then-
nice.
Oh,
And then
does this?
pulling the, starting to slide the mithril thing out. As well as Molfin can on his own.
I'll help him.
Harshnag sees you struggling a bit. He's like, oh, let me help. And he, like, no problem whatsoever for him. He just, like, grabs it and kind of pulls it. Oh, look at this. Is this what you found?
Yeah.
Which is what Callista found. It was magic at one point, but it seems to have long since faded.
Yeah, it's very faint. It was under the altar.
This and the comb? Did you find that as well?
No, the comb's from something else, I think.
But you
Comb
can
we
have
found
it.
at some other point from giants.
Do you mind if I hold on to the comb?
Who found the comb? Who belongs to the comb?
Just keep it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, he brushes his beard a couple more times, then tucks the comb away. inside of his
Molfin's sort of
armor.
trying to dodge because I'm expecting like small chickens and God knows what else to be falling out of that thing.
Molfin kind of dodging underneath. Oh, this is a fascinating find. I'm sure that the Oracle will be pleased with this offering. Well done, my friends. Well done.
I think she wants some rotten meat, because we have a lot of that in the bag, too.
The Oracle, rotten meat?
Yeah.
I don't think the Oracle would like the rotten meat.
I'm gonna start scooping it out and just kind of leaving it.
Just leave it. Immediately attracts the attention of all these flies and gnats. They're just like hovering in a little bug cloud on top of the meat as you're dumping it out onto the ground.
Molfin sort of looking at the pounds of meat. Does it look like a small body anywhere in there?
I don't know. Is there, Lachlan?
We had 50 pounds of elk meat, 10 pounds of crag cat meat.
And don't get rid of all the meat because some of the meat is dried.
Really?
Yeah, some of the meat is jerky that I made.
Yeah, some of it is in form of jerky.
Probably like, I don't know, like 10 pounds of it's jerky. The rest is still gross.
Which one did we make into jerky?
The elk, because that was for the Griffons.
But then we found out that the Griffins need to have raw meat that is chewed and then spit into their mouths. So that's eating.
Well, you've Diana. Since then, they've kind of grown out of that. They're into like
You mean nursing?
yeah. They're out of that stage now. Yeah, they've grown out of it.
They grew up. They're growing up so fast.
They're growing up really fast, Diana. Yeah.
Oh.
Now they prefer to eat live puppies and kittens.
They don't.
Maybe a little pony.
Horses.
Damn, are they that big?
No, they're not that big. Okay.
Okay.
So,
I
on to,
Josh Posas says, "There be lice on ye comb."
It's Harshnag's problem now.
All right.
shall we continue on our way to Everlund and see if we can
To Everlund.
beat those giants that were heading that way?
Yeah.
Unless we want to go to the grandfather tree.
No, let's go.
Okay.
Enough detours for now. We can figure that out later.
Okay.
Well, you know,
There's work to be done at Everlund.
perhaps these relics will be enough to appease the Oracle. These are
Okay.
great. These are great finds, and he's holding both the golden tooth and the spear tip in his hands.
Harshnag, I have a question about the Oracle. I mean, you say that what we're doing is, you know, for the good of the world and all that and
Of course
stuff,
it is,
but
Diana. Of course it is.
what do we really know about the Oracle and like what the intentions of said Oracle are?
Is she an extraplanar entity?
That's a good question, Lachlan.
Very Lachlan.
Possibly. Diana, I'm not sure. I just know that my kind has always trusted the Oracle. And the Oracle is, very knowledgeable.
But if your kind are currently weighing war on, you know, everywhere, then wouldn't the Oracle who leads your kind be leading them in that?
The Oracle is not a leader. The Oracle is just a place where we go to seek our knowledge. The Oracle is not a god or anything of that nature.
So it's not a physical being.
No.
It's just a like nirvana.
Interesting. Interesting band name.
It's also
So, no.
some enlightenment.
Anastazius, remember that one.
I remember. It's hard for me to remember, but I've been there. I've been to the Eye of the Allfather. It's a temple. It's dedicated to the gods of giant kind, but the gods don't necessarily speak to one inside. The Oracle is more of maybe a mediator, so to speak.
Conduit.
Perhaps. I don't know 100%. It's been many years. But I would love to gain more knowledge.
I suppose knowledge is power.
And we could use all the power we can get at this point in time, Diana.
Do
You
I
hear
think
Mulligan
he's
laughing in the background.
gonna stab us?
What was that, Diana?
Do I think that he's telling us the truth, or is he gonna stab us in the back? I'm new to this sussing people out thing.
Yeah, you feel like he's being honest with you, and you do feel this sense of exuberance from him, this confidence that he has in you personally, Diana, as you're having this conversation.
Poppin'. All right then. I'll get on my Griffin and I'll boink out.
All right. So you guys are continuing your trek towards Everlund.
Yeah.
I believe.
Ever closer to Moongleam Tower in my fated meeting with Cronin Valharo.
I don't understand the words you just said.
Neither do I.
Back when Diana turned into a yellow-eyed demon and destroyed somebody's shop. A
Oh, yeah.
gentleman in the town of... Oh, what town were we in, was it? It was not Brinchanda. I think it was before Brinchanda.
Fireshare or something?
No, it was before Fireshare. It's somewhere up north. That a
must have been
gentleman brought in...
Hundlestone.
Hundlestone.
Hundlestone. Yes, there we go. Back in Hundlestone, I met a small man. Actually, I believe it was at Diana's insistence. Somebody
The
brought me
tea
in to
guy?
meet a small... The
The
small
guy with the
little...
tea.
Yes, I believe so.
He made good
Ah.
tea.
Oh, that was you who brought me in Ashland. Yes,
Yeah, the two of them.
he has sent me to meet somebody in Everlund who will give us magical transport.
Oh, and you got that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't turn into a demon. I turned into a conduit of a deity, which is like way different. I wasn't a demon. I was
Well,
just.
I apologize. You turned into a being that destroyed a store.
That blew some wind through a store.
And someone had to go clean it back up.
I think I did that.
As you well should have. You're the one who destroyed it. So,
True.
Why
Anyway.
don't you fight a lot?
Yeah.
Ashland, when you get to be my age, I will explain it to you.
Will I ever get to that age? Will you be dead when I get to that age? Will you be 600? My brain hurts.
No.
Ashland, how old are you?
Like 35.
Didn't we
Fair
grow
enough.
up together?
Yeah,
Perhaps.
I don't know how old you are.
I'm 19.
Well, you're also half elf. She's full, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Ashland is still quite young.
That's,
For no.
well, okay,
Who
let's
else
try this,
30?
Ashland. Come and speak to me when you get to be 110.
Okay. I'll remember that.
So
I'll write it down.
I must ask you guys this: as you're traveling, would you be kind of sticking close to the Evermoor Way, which is the main road, or would you take the most direct route to Everland, which would be over part of the Evermoors?
What's the
Um,
Molten
distance
would be
difference?
pushing for the most direct route, remembering that the giants were heading that direction from the monastery.
Okay.
Was Dasharra comfortable flying over there? I can't remember or not.
Dasharra is not 100% comfortable doing it, but at this point she is indebted to you guys and will do so. If that is what you guys want to do. And she is, in recruiting you to be a part of her faction, Callista, she will trust what you say.
Looking at the map, does it look like there's any place, like if we were to go over, it's like a marshland, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Would I
Dasharra
know-
thinks you can get there, but you'll get there, it'll be dark by the time you reach Everland. Because you guys kind of wasted a little bit of time flying back
Right.
and forth.
And if we were to go the other way, how long would that take?
You'd probably have to stop and camp and head on in the morning, unless you wanted to do it without a rest. But then
No.
Lachlan, who is already terribly tired.
I want to kind of stay
Get into the
off.
danger zone.
I think we do need a rest, to be honest.
I could go for a good night's sleep.
Yeah, Lachlan's tired. I don't think we should push it. I think we should go around the other way.
The long way?
Yeah. Stop for a rest and then get there mid-afternoon.
I'm not gonna complain about a rest.
All right. So you guys are
Ramps.
kind of going in
Molten, is that
this
okay?
direction.
I'm exhausted. I'm on your side.
I will not argue.
So I'm going to start revealing some areas. Along the edge, you guys kind of stick along the edge of Evermoor Way as you guys are flying atop, just keeping the Evermoors in view, you can see that there's this, or you can sense that there's just this creepy feeling about this place as you look in, and it's weird because there's that fog set into that dense
that's
forest.
what I remembered, so I don't think he's comfortable doing that.
It's just definitely a creepy place. And
can Molfen see anything moving around as we're, Molfen wants them as we're flying, basically the closest one to that area.
Okay.
And just looking down, seeing if I can see anything
children
moving in there.
There's a lot of large birds that will fly up out of the foliage every once in a while and kind of dip back in. You see traces and signs of what looks like more trees that have fallen over. And then it clicks that eventually, kind of in this area, Molfen, let me see if I can give you a shift ping so you guys can realize where you're at. Right here, in this area, you can see that trail that you probably think was leading to that desecrated area on the other side by Flint Rock. It looks like the giants, or whatever the creatures that was going on that trail, which you presume were giants, have exited the Evermoors here.
Do I see any inkling of which direction, like more footprints heading off anywhere from that point?
It's towards the road, kind of to the southeast. As they kind of almost come out of the woods and take a diagonal turn down towards what looks to be a dense forest on the opposite side of the main trade road.
Does that line up with
Molfen
anything we
takes
saw on
note, but
Harshnag's map?
Yeah, they're
Molfen
looking
doesn't
for the
specify anything.
grandfather tree.
Molfen will notice, but isn't going to say anything. His goal is to get to Everlund at this point.
Okay. So eventually, you guys, you do make it very close to Everlund. You guys, within a day's travel, you get on the other side of this forested area, about right here.
Okay.
So you almost made it there. You can push it
No.
if you wanted to, or you could just kind of take it.
Yeah, I want to find a place for us to all land down and set up camp.
All right, so you set up camp, no problem. Watches take place. Other than some animals at night, you don't really confront anything during your rest. Everybody is rested up as you wake up in the morning. Lachlan?
I wanted to do a conversation with Anastazius at some point.
Okay, during the camp?
Yep.
Sure.
Molfin's got his little tiny hut cast around everyone. Or, well, basically around the six of us.
Mm-hmm.
Dasharra. Is there anyone else besides the six of us in Dasharra, other than Harshnag?
No, it's just you guys, the Griffons, and Harshnag.
Yeah, so Molfen will sort of huddle everyone together, cast the incantation so that everyone can go in and out of it freely.
Okay.
Snoring in the hut.
Aw.
Yeah, Lachlan was exhausted. All right, so Anastazius and Callista, you guys have some time on during a watch at night by the fire, where you guys are sitting out. The cold breeze is kind of blowing through your hair.
I hold out my hand for my pipe. Are you done?
Oh, I guess so. I'll hand it back to her. I'm gonna cast quickly 2 spells.
Okay.
Gotta cast Unseen Servant twice, and what they're gonna do is while we're sitting there, they're just gonna be giving Callista and I back massages.
Callista, you feel this sensation. It feels like little hands just rubbing and massaging your back.
New trick?
It's Molfen.
No, old trick. You just never experienced it before.
Too bad.
You look like you need a massage, so I don't want to
Probably
ruin
not
my
wrong.
fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you met an interesting bunch, didn't you?
That's a word for it.
I'm surprised you've stuck around for this long.
So am I. I had no intentions of it in the beginning.
Why is that?
Well, I initially took it because someone asked me to guide them to Nightstone back in the south, and it was supposed to end there once I got them there, but things kind of just spiraled out of control very, very quickly.
Sounds to me like you're growing up. And I grab her cheek.
How did you find me?
Luck. Luck's always been on my side.
It's true. Well, I met someone, and he reminded me of you.
Well, he was probably devilishly good looking. Is that it?
No, he told me something you once told me. Well, you always tell me.
Smile?
No. He told me I was perfect the way I was.
Oh, one of those guys. Did I break your heart at all?
Well, he's not here.
Oh, so he did. Bad blood.
No, it's more like... Have you heard of the Raven Queen?
That's a good question. Mr. Michael, may I make a check?
Yeah, go ahead and make a religion check. You have not.
I'm assuming she's a queen of ravens?
In a sense, she's also a god. Death and passing over.
That's grim.
Quite.
And this individual reminded you of me. Look, you've got the wrong impression about
No,
me.
Anastazius. I trusted him because of you. And I promised him that I would take care of this group. And he trusted me.
Well, he sounds like a good... What was he? Human.
No,
Dwarf.
he's actually
No.
Lachlan's cousin and Malfin's great nephew or something. I'm
Oh,
not really
so he
sure.
was good looking. Oh. You know, I can even see where Lachlan gets it from. That Molphin, he's not a bad soul himself. I was only 200 years older.
Like that would stop you.
It wouldn't. You're
I
right.
know. But because of him and now Diana's heart or soul is in that stone, I care about them now and I can't abandon them.
Wait, her soul is in the stone. You mean the one I had before?
Yeah, the one you were holding. And there's
That's
this
why she was so protective of it.
Quite. And she had her heart broken by this guy named Zulkin. Really evil mofo that I'm gonna kill eventually, but he used some sort of ancient magic, and when she kissed him, her soul was sucked into the stone, and now we don't know what to do, because if we break it, we could break her. And that's the last thing I want.
That is interesting. Oh, it seems like you have been up to quite a bit.
More than I wanted.
It is a lovely night, isn't it?
Not bad.
I'm gonna stand up, hold my hand out to Callista. May I have this dance?
Like old times, and I'll take his hand.
I'm going to pass my bandoneon over to one of the unseen servants who's going to play it while we dance.
So all of a sudden, this melodic tune just starts to fill the air as Anastazius and Callista have a share in a beautiful dance.
Are you, Anastazius? Are you sure you want to get involved in this? It's a lot.
Wherever you go, I go.
I missed you.
I missed you too. And I bring Callista in closer. We begin to sway.
I picture the silhouettes of you two on like the crest of a hill and the full moon like right behind you. Yes,
Yo!
as you're dancing. With
Fan
this,
art for the win.
with this floating accordion.
The
type
night
instrument.
is young.
Enough of this. We need to know whose watch is this. While they're off doing this, who is keeping watch out of the remainder of it?
They are.
We are. We can multitask. You don't know.
Is there anything else anybody would want to be doing, or is there any more conversation, Callista, that you wanted to have?
That Molfin will take another pouch and fill it with dirt
Okay.
from the campsite, and in both pouches of dirt, he's going to insert one bean and then tie them up so they stay nice and dry.
Okay. Gotcha. So there is a bean inside
Oh,
each one
no.
of these dirt-filled pouches,
No.
tightly secured. Interesting.
This is fine. You can't go
Can
wrong.
only imagine what Molfin might be up to. So,
Hand Molfin a grenade launcher. He's going to start shooting grenades.
as morning comes, you guys are struck with the bright orange glow of the sunrise. As you guys all start to awaken, Lachlan, you feel much better now that you've had a full night's rest. You can go ahead and get rid of your point of exhaustion.
Wow, what a night!
And the day is yours, adventurers. What would you be doing in the morning?
Well, shall we continue on into town, or are we eating first? What? There's much to do and less time to do it in.
I'm praying and doing my spells.
Anastasius is combing his hair.
I should have noted that when we were dancing, I took my cloak off, but by morning I put it back on.
Cloak.
Gotcha.
No, just the cloak, just the black cloak.
I like other Liam's comment during the dance scene. When the moon hits your eye like a dragon in the sky, that's amore. That's awesome.
Yo.
Fantastic. All right. So you guys are headed into town. Are you... so Dasharra leads you guys back onto the backs of the Griffons and let you guys know that it's probably a good idea to land somewhere outside of town and make your way to the gates. Just not to spark any attention from any of the military or anything like that as you get close. Especially, you don't want the guard getting suspicious and asking a bunch of questions.
What have we heard about Everlund going in?
Molfin was the one who kind of led you guys to this area, and I don't know if he told you too much information or anything that he knew about
Oh,
it.
great.
Ramps.
Michael, am I able to make a quick check? See if I...
Yeah, if you guys go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, does Anastazius know anything about this place?
Yeah, Anastazius might know.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anastazius does know a little bit about Everlund. Everlund it's a lot nicer than Yartar. It's well guarded. There are heavy stone wall. It's a heavy stone wall around the area, much like Yartar had. They boast a very good, confident military and guard. But the streets are relatively clean. It's a nice area, and they have they're probably one of the best mercantile cities in the north. So their market is vast, and there is a market for almost anything here.
Let's go shopping.
Yeah, this
Heck yeah.
is a good place to shop. With that check, also, Anastazius, you also recall hearing some rumors that Everlund used to be allied as a member of the Lord's Alliance, but has since broken away from the Lord's Alliance based on... there's a town farther north, an old Dwarven stronghold called Sundabar. And during the War of the Silver Marches, when a bunch of orcs were attacking all these towns in the north, the Lord's Alliance, from Everlund's standpoint, failed to come to that Dwarven stronghold's defense to help them, and Everlund was not happy about it. So they decided, their council voted 3-2 to say, hey, we're out of the Lord's Alliance, we're going to do this our own way. So basically they're a self-governing town that relies on their merchants and their merchant business. And you do know of Moongleam Tower, which happens to be an area that you've heard through the grapevine is an area where the Harpers faction almost kind of considers if they had a home base, this would be it.
I will relay all of this information to the party.
Okay.
Oh, and the shopping here is
you know
fantastic.
a lot about a lot.
So, if you need anything, this is the place to go.
How about recommendations for where to stay? That should be something up your alley.
Oh, I will find something quite quickly.
Yeah, actually, you know of a place, and you've actually performed there quite a few times, Anastazius.
Of course he has.
And not only performed there, but made quite a number of friends there. There's a place called Danavar's House that is run by a one-eyed half-orc named Drawl. And it seems to be the ideal spot for a lot of travelers like yourself and even other adventurers. And knowing a little bit about the history of the Moongleam Tower, you know that some of the Harpers like to hang out there as well. Usually try to keep that hidden from people, but you're clever and you've seen a lot of things.
All right. I will lead the party there if they so wish to find a place to stay.
I'll say goodbye to Harshnag.
Oh, bye, Ashlyn! And he's combing his beard with his comb. How does it look?
It looks magnificent.
I'm trying to...
I'll get you some beard wax on the way out.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
No problem.
Is Dasharra leaving now, or is she going to stay here for a little bit?
Dasharra looks towards you, and she's like, well, I did say that I would bring you to Everlund, and you did spend quite a number of days in Yartar than I was originally expecting.
Us too. I apologize.
She kind of pulls you off to the side a little bit, Callista.
Yep.
And it's like, so I've heard this Harshnag. I need whatever information you find from him. Get it for the group. Get it for us. Can you do that?
Where's your contacts here?
Well, it's been so long since I've been in this city, don't even know if they're still here. Trying to figure out a way, if there is a way I can get easy word from you. You know what? Where are you headed to in Everlund anyway?
I will tell her the place that...
Danavar's house.
Danavar's house.
Danavar's house?
Danavar's house? Well, there are a lot of Harpers that have their residence here in Everlund. Maybe if you could ask some of them. They, for some reason, I remember them having some way that they could travel quickly between large cities. There may be an opportunity there.
That might help us, actually.
I think it would. But
what exactly are you looking for exactly from...
If this oracle is really there, if it is true, and it might contain some answers to help us fight back, and then we could you know, we're closely allied right now with the Lord's Alliance and the Harpers and all the other factions. Maybe we can put our resources together and counter these terrible giant attacks. But we need the information. We don't have much on this.
I'm just as confused as you are.
We all are.
Can I ask you for a favor in return?
Sure, Callista, what is it?
If you hear word of a Zentarum named Caladarko, keep me updated.
I can do that.
She's a connection to Diana's plight,
Huh. I see. Yep,
if possible. If you hear anything, find a way to let me know.
will do. The Zentarum are working closely with us, too. As an allied faction. But,
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, I understand. Not all of them can be trusted, trust me.
Well, she's one that cannot be trusted, so if you hear anything, let me know.
Fair enough, will do.
Thank
in the
you.
meantime, I think I am going to take the Griffons down to Waterdeep.
We might make our way down there eventually.
There's been some talk about perhaps using all the available resources to help fight these giants. Maybe these Griffons here could be of some help.
Yeah, good idea.
Keep training your little ones. I'm sure they
We
might
will.
come and be able to help as well.
I will.
She kind of tightens her braided ponytail in the back of her head a little bit. And
Be safe.
you too. Be careful. Be careful of that giant too.
You don't trust him?
Well, I've seen what the frost giants can do, remember?
I think he's too invested in Ashland to really be a threat.
She kind of chuckles a little bit. I think so too. But just watch your back.
Yeah.
And
Thank
then
you. I'm gonna go say goodbye to my Griffin that I've been riding this whole time, and then I'll head in.
okay. Are you guys all taking a moment to say goodbye to the Griffins?
I'll
say
no, both.
goodbye.
A brief like goodbye, and then I'm with Molfin like, let's go to Everlund!
Molfin's heading in. He's looking for a store and then the tower.
Okay, excellent.
While Callista was talking, I probably would have picked up on Molfin's eagerness to explore the city, so I would have been telling him directions, quickest way to get to the tower, to the marketplace, and where we will be staying,
Okay,
just so he
Excellent.
knows.
okay. Sounds perfect.
Thank you, my good man. Lachlan, shall we?
We shall.
Oh, actually, I suppose we'll just collect that money from Callista later. We'll make do with what we have.
I'm going to the inn, Sam. If you want your money, gotta come get it.
Anastazius, I have a question.
Oh, let me have it then.
Okay, where do you know of any good place to get armor made
Hmm.
in the city?
I'm not one
For
for
cheap?
armor, but you know there is a market for most things here.
I'll just go wander the market then, I guess.
No, come with
I have
me.
my chin on Diana's shoulder listening.
I will come with you. First, I need to go to this inn. Then we'll go shopping.
Shopping.
Alright, so you guys are headed into Everlund. Everlund's not, it's well guarded, but there's no, like, inspection as you walk in like Yartar was. It's a little different in that aspect. You guys make your way into the town, into the city. And I'm going to go ahead and take you guys to a map that shows kind of like the inner parts of the city, so you guys can see a little bit. I believe I have a map of it. I'm gonna make. You guys are going to take a quick stop at Flint Rock again as I move the player flag. I apologize. You're not actually there.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm back at the altar.
Yeah, we're back at the altar.
Back at the
I'm
altar.
having flashbacks.
Some more treasure.
Wait, where am I? Oh, I skipped Everlund. There it is. Silly dungeon master. What are you thinking?
There we
Oh,
go.
My visions have gone again.
Way to go,
Look on that.
Gem.
I can't see. I'm blurry.
Are you guys able to see?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are actually coming into the gate number 2. If you
I
can
don't see numbers.
I don't see numbers.
Well, gate number 2 is located. I'm gonna shift ping you so you guys can see. Right here.
That's what
Okay.
I thought.
Okay.
As you guys make your way, you can see that there are areas on the outskirts that you pass, some structures and buildings, some small farms and areas out on the outskirts, even some dock areas here against this river. And you're able to walk into the main gate of the city, and it's a pretty amazing looking place. You know, it's one of the nicer cities you guys have been to.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we should have come here sooner.
I know, right? This is
I just
nice.
habitually put my cloak back up over my face.
Okay. Gotcha. So are you
You have a
guys-
hat.
Oh yeah, you have that awesome.
I don't know
hat.
if I'm attuned to it yet. I have to do that later.
Are we all going together, or what is everyone's plan?
Oh,
Armor?
I say we get settled in
Yeah.
at the inn.
But
And-
armor?
I also have money
Can
if
you put in
anybody
order?
wants.
Callista has money to divvy out. Woo!
If you
Yeah,
guys,
so-
I like
That-
what she's saying.
I really
That would
enjoy-
be helpful. I am in need of
if
supplies.
you guys want to go shopping, you guys need coin.
Coin it
Fair
is.
enough, my dear.
So
Let's
let's
is
go.
wise.
I just give Lachlan a look, like, really? Lead the way, Anastazius.
Alright.
I shall lead.
As Anastazius leads, you guys are really impressed by this city. All the roofs of each building are very steeply pitched, and they have these large banners that blow in the wind, very colorful banners that blow on almost most of the buildings and houses have a banner of some sort that kind of blows in the wind. As you
Is it
guys
the
are
same
walking-
banner or different banners?
Different banners. Yeah.
Is there like a pattern to it?
Just multiple colors and things like that. Some of them have some. You see one that's like orange and white. You see one that has kind of like a family crest on it. You know, just yeah, they seem to be. You know,
So it's not like political parties or something. It's more of just
Yeah,
individuality.
maybe more like individual houses or
Yeah.
families and things like that. You would think some of the towns where there's a bigger separation between nobles and the poor. A lot of the nobles like sport these things, but in Everlund you see that a lot of people have them. So you guys do notice that there isn't a lot of people on the streets. Like there's not a lot of homeless here, not a lot of poverty here. It seems like the people are doing very well for themselves here.
A lot of targets.
They're probably socialists.
Middle class, roughly. Yes. But you can see as you're walking through that the streets are very wide, like wide enough to have large caravans come through, probably to come in maybe traveling merchants to do business, or even just goods and services coming in and out of the city. This place is really nice. And along the riverside, as you guys are getting closer to this bridge, the first bridge, because you got to cross over the bridge to get to the other side, you can see that there's a lot of dock areas. There's a lot of trees lining the river, and there's a lot of different parks where people are kind of enjoying the space by the river. You can see people are even like jumping into the water and enjoying it.
Ooh.
It's a
If there's
wanna
one
feed
thing you
ducks.
should know about the locals here, they are very proud of who they are and where they come from. So it's
No
the
wonder
best
you love
way
it
to
here.
make friends quickly.
Thank you.
Just don't insult them on that. They got a lovely city. They've all had lovely upbringings.
Do they watch their pockets?
Oh, very closely, as this is a merchant city.
Good to
Yeah.
know. Good to know.
and
Rules all.
Anastasia, another thing that you know is the guard, the town guard, is very boastful. They are confident in their abilities to keep the people inside protected and to just thwart any type of invasion of the city. And the thick stone wall that you guys see all the way around that has a walkway on top of it kind of muscles that as well. They've got some defensive power here.
It's best not to get on the bad side of the guard.
Noted.
I've made a few friends on the guard myself. Lovely chaps. But yes, best steer clear from that.
Eventually, you guys make your way across the river and to a building that's situated on the corner of this block right here. There's a kind of a interesting shaped building here. And as you approach, you can see that there is a sign that says, a nice wooden carved sign that says Danavar's house on the outside, hanging above the door.
Could I just get a spelling for that? So I like to be really anal about it.
Danivarr apostrophe S. Danavar's house.
Danavar.
I missed the extra R.
This place,
I go in.
This place looks really nice. It looks like it might have been a noble mansion or estate at one point.
I go in and I say, "Draw!"
The
Draw?
guy behind the bar looks up, and you can see he's wearing a dark eye patch over one eye. He has these two teeth kind of protruding up from out of his bottom lip that cover his top lip. And hey, how are you?
Hi,
He's
it's
with me.
Ashlyn.
He's with me.
Ashlyn. Oh, Anastazius. Welcome
Exactly.
back.
How's that eye treating you?
Yeah, it's the same. Pretty much.
There's a 1.
This one's doing okay. This one's just not there. You knew that. Why you keep asking me every time you come?
Oh, it's our little running joke, isn't it?
I know.
Isn't that what we do?
Yeah.
What happened to your eye?
And I never laugh. Every time.
Look, Ashton, he's sensitive about it. Don't ask him.
But you just asked.
I didn't ask what happened to his eye. I was
Okay.
making a joke. Yeah, okay.
Ashlyn, what are you having?
I'll have
She will
milk.
have the finest, and just
Milk.
keep it on my tab.
Oh, perfect. The finest coming right up, Anastazius.
Anastazius, I mean, who else is on your tab?
While you're here, you're all on my tab.
Ooh.
I like him. He's cool.
One thing I forgot to mention, Muffin, before, if you haven't come in to this establishment yet, as you guys were walking over the bridge, you did notice that there's a lot of these tents and temporary structures that were set up in this open area right here. This is the main market area, which there's a ton of people there. It's thriving as you guys are kind of coming through. And on the other side, you notice a large fortified area with these cylinder towers that kind of stick up from the middle. Looks like the main keep of the town. And on a hillside, one thing that sticks out to you is a large tower on kind of a knoll at the top of the city here at the northern side. It looks like 4 towers that have been stuck together. It's like an interesting shape in that if you look at it from the top, it looks like a little flower shape. And it stands super tall, several stories, and it's blackened stone. That almost shines like obsidian in the sun or early morning sunlight.
Interesting. Question: as we're walking through the market, it just as Molfin's gazing around, do I see anybody that looks like they're selling arcane supplies?
You see
Scrolls, magic, anything like that?
You see this interesting thing that strikes your eye. It looks like a yellow and purple circus tent with yellow tassels that hang from the outside of it. And it has this elegantly painted sign that looks like it's just sitting on the ground as on a it's kind of like a stand that they just opened up and set out in the front. And you can see that it has some interesting lettering on the front that is almost too hard to read for you as you're kind of squinting to see the title of it. It's the font is so distorted that it's almost, you can't read it.
Well, just sort of looks at the group and is back over at the sign and is falling a little behind.
Mm-hmm.
And remembering that Anastazius gave him directions is like, yeah, go ahead, and goes in to check it out.
Okay. So, Molfin, you push back the curtain, and you can see there's a few people kind of looking around at things, and there's an interesting woman sitting behind what looks to be a crystal ball sitting on a table that is covered in this red velvet that comes from a table and it drapes on the sides down to the floor. You can see that she has this massive wad of grayish-black curly hair on the top of her head, and she's got enormously long fingernails that are painted with dramatic colors and have all these rhinestones almost like set on top of her fingernails. She has all these bracelets that kind of dangle from her arms, and as she moves them around, they kind of slide back and forth, creating this interesting chinging sound as she moves her hands and arms. And she, welcome, my dear. Welcome to Margie's Market. It's so good to see you. And she starts tapping her nails on the table and on the crystal ball.
Yes, I was seeking a supply of arcane items. Perhaps spell scrolls, wands, other magical items, and I have my own for potential barter towards the cost of these items, of course.
Yes, well, you've come to the right place. What, anything in specific?
Well, I'm interested in... Well, yes, specifically I seek a scroll of the spell, counter spell if you have it. And I am interested in any wands you may have on your person. In your establishment.
I know I don't have counterspell, but maybe with a little bit of time and a little bit of coinage, maybe I could produce one. Oh, yeah.
Coin there is to be had, but what do you have in your shop today, then?
Well, let us take a look. And she said, you said wands, right?
Yes, certainly. Let us see what you have.
She goes over to this box, and she opens the box, and she looks down inside. Let me see here. I know I put it down. And she just looks up from the box, looks right back at you, and ooh, I think I'll just grab it right here. And she reaches down and she grabs this. It looks like a rolled up piece of fabric, and she takes it. She just brushes the crystal ball right off the table. And it rolls and just hits the ground and starts rolling. Don't worry about it, dear. I'll pick it up later.
As it's rolling away, Molfin, as she's doing that, Molfin will cast Mage Hand and bring it back over.
Really, don't worry about it, sweetie. It's junk anyway. It's absolute junk. And it's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. And she unfolds this piece of fabric, and you can see at the very end of the fabric, like it's completely empty until the end of the fabric, it looks like there's a little pocket in it, and there are these two wands sticking out of the pocket. And she's like, oh, these are fantastic little wands right here. And she grabs one in between her nails, and she's looking at it. She's like, oh. What's your think? Miss Margie knows. She just knows. Just go ahead, hold it now. Hold it.
Molfin reaches out to him.
Does it?
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure you can.
Or, oh, there it goes.
Yeah?
Ooh. That's a 12. I don't think,
You're struggling. You're struggling. Yeah, that's totally it, other Liam. That's Edna from The Incredibles.
Yes, that's where that's from.
Yeah. Where are my wands at? Oh, there they are. Okay, this one that you're holding, Molfin, it has almost like a handle on it. then it gets really skinny, and there's it looks almost like, it's kind of odd, but it looks like a light bulb in the end of it. But you're really trying to get a sense of what magic or what it could hold. But you're just not really sure.
Malfa will hand that one back over and look down at the other one she's got still in the pouch. What does that one look like?
You would prefer this one, I think. That one looked so good on you, though. Yeah. Oh, okay. Just she takes out the next one. And
The other one.
Okay. Careful. Take it now.
Yes.
As you're looking at this one, it's interesting looking. It looks like a bunch of braided vines of some sort. And at the end, it almost looks like it turns into it has like a stone tip with something interesting on it, like it has tentacles and things. It's just strange looking. This one doesn't look as good as the other one, but I think it suits you.
It is interesting. How much is this specific item?
That one right there. That one will run you about 3,000 gold pieces.
Okay. And let us see. And Muffin's going to go into the bag and pull out the scroll.
Okay.
And I have this to offer as barter towards the cost of it. And
what is this?
This is a scroll of protection against fiends. There's a rather rare scroll that, well, I'm sure if you look at it, you can see it is worth a good deal more money than the proposed price of this wand. Perhaps a bargain can be made.
Let me see. Let me see now. Give it now.
Yeah, but of course.
She takes it from you. She kind of slinks just away from you just a little bit, like watching you, and then slowly unrolls the scroll and looks at it. Oh, this is a good one right here. Yes, this will do just fine. She takes it. Okay, well, how about I take the scroll and I knock the price down on this beautiful wand to 1,000 gold pieces. What do you think? I think it's a great deal. You should take it. Take it now.
Well, perhaps that scroll was given to me, and I know its typical cost for an item of this is at least 3,000 to 4,000 gold pieces. So perhaps we say, well, you want 3,000 for your wand. We make an even trade. How about that?
Make a persuasion check, Molfin.
That'll be a 19, because I'm going to burn the nat 20.
So, Molfin burning his nat 20 for the week on his persuasion check. Miss Margie kind of looks at it and she's, you strike a hard bargain, you do, but I don't have this one in my collection. I do feel like this is one that I would just absolutely love this one. Deal. You should take it. Take it now.
Agreed. And Muffin will take the wand and tuck it away.
And she takes the scroll and she's like, she goes and finds a tube in the back and she opens up the scroll tube and dumps it out there. Where is that rubbish ball again? What is that thing? It's absolute rubbish.
Thank you, my dear. And Muffin is just going to shunt his way out out of there, sort of rubbing himself off a little. Find his way to the not like that, you pervert. Just feel a little dirty dealing with that weird person.
And he totally took that the wrong way. He's like,
yeah, I was gonna say, channeling your Anastazius there, my friend. Done.
Then make my way back to the back first to the inn, I guess.
Okay, as you guys the rest of you are hanging out at the inn, sitting around the table having a really nice beverage right now. Diana, it's tasting really good. Anastazius and this guy hooked you up with a very nice beverage. to start your day?
I had divided up the money, and everyone gets, minus Anastazius, but he knows what's up, 601 gold and 171 copper in total.
600 and...
Like,
I'm sorry,
One.
600 and what?
or each.
601 gold each,
What?
and 171 copper.
Nice. There you
Because
go.
Callista is the finance person, and she's been keeping track of everything that she has.
Money, 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 money.
I'm nervously trembling and like counting my coins.
You guys got an extra 125 from the Rosolio bag because Callista didn't take any.
Oh,
Okay,
actually,
so,
that's it.
so
Did we ever break apart the money that was in Moby's bag?
No, Callista has it. That's what she just broke up.
Oh, okay.
The pack from the Rosolio. She hasn't divvied up the pack from his personal stash.
But then on top of that, there's 600 more. Wait, what?
I have 2,000 plus the 500, and then I
Yeah.
also had money that I was saving for the loot, like party loot, that she hasn't given anybody until now because no one's asked.
I'm hyperventilating.
money are we getting?
Copper and silver.
Okay, Diana, Ashlyn, Lachlan, Mulfin get 601 gold each and 171 copper pieces.
171?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the 476 gold that was in the chat? Was that just
Oh, I'm just doing the total because I was like,
okay? Is that
it's
including? Is that including
476 plus 125 equals 601.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry,
I
I was
was
just concising it so you guys know how much in total you guys got from me.
Okay. All right. Cool. Diana donate her 125 from Moby's pouch because that seems like a very Moby thing to do.
Oh no, that's from the Rosolio pouch that you guys got paid the extra 500 from getting the pendant.
Woohoo! We keep that.
Yeah, you guys keep that. I didn't take any from that pack. That's why you guys got the extra 25.
And Mulfin comes and has a seat at the table as he approaches.
I'll hand
Trav, we
Mulfin.
need one more.
What was that?
We need one more drink for.
Oh yes. I'll hand Mulfin his coins.
Of course, coming right up.
Thank you, my dear.
Anastazius, you have all the bar hookups. This is
And what is this beverage? Is this the local special or something?
It's the Anastasia special.
Ooh.
Now
Sounds
that we're
bad.
in the bar, I'll drop my hood back down.
It's actually called the Anastasia Special.
It would be.
He has a name of a drink named after him here.
this guy is great.
Can I make a check to make sure this isn't poison or something?
You sure can.
What would that be?
I guess it'd be perception, maybe? I don't know.
Investigation.
Yeah, let's go investigate. That's fine. That's fair. As you're investigating your drink. Doesn't seem like it's poison. Actually smells really nice.
I assure you, it's got the highest quality ingredients
What would the
and
what
love
would
poured
the-
into this drink.
JJ, what would the Anastasia special drink kind of smell like as Mulfin is in
Peach schnapps.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Like a warm gingerbready type of whiskey. It just kind
Ooh.
of feels good going down.
Nice.
Ooh.
It's a nice smell.
Not just.
Very, very reminiscent of
Quite,
Anastasia's.
Does he say this out loud?
No.
Okay. I'll think. Well, something not bad, suppose.
You'll get hooked. So take it slow.
So you guys have taken the opportunity to dish out the funds and enjoy a few drinks here at Denovar's house. And what would you guys like to do at this point?
I
As
would like to
Mulfin's sitting there, he's gonna take some time with his new toy.
Okay.
I would like to investigate a custom glass maker stall.
Oh.
You want a custom glass maker?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you would
Uh-oh.
have to. You would have to go and visit the marketplace to do that. But yeah, you could find one here.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Does anyone else want to go shopping with me?
Oh, I will come, but first, just gonna head over to the barkeep. Can you set up my piano and cello for tonight?
Yeah, absolutely, Anastazius. We can do that for you. So you're going to be performing this evening.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Jaw.
Are you going to perform tonight?
Oh, why not?
Oh,
I'll be around.
Wow. Well, we better get the word out quick. I'm sure we'll be packed.
Great.
Anastasia's gonna do a little twirl and head out and do some shopping.
I'm joining the
I go-
shopping trip.
Yeah, I think we're all going shopping.
You hear some other men and women at other tables as you do the little twirl. Anastasia's kind of sigh.
Give him a little wink. I'll be back later.
One of them faints and falls on the floor.
Well,
All right. So
To
you
the
guys,
market.
you guys are headed to the market. Molfin, actually, spending a little bit of time, you find that you are now in possession of a wand of paralysis.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's dangerous.
This does
No.
it is a
His
rare
proclivity.
it is a rare wand that requires attunement by a spellcaster, which is you.
That's not good.
The wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges to cause a thin blue ray to streak from the tip toward a creature you can see within 60 feet of you. Make a ranged attack roll against the creature using your spell attack bonus. On a hit, the target is paralyzed for 1 minute. At the end of each of the target's turn, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles into ashes and is destroyed.
as Molfin finishes up, he's gonna chase as well as he can off the rest of the group who's heading back out because he got that for free, so he's still got money to spend.
So you guys, Ashlyn, you find a cool place. Now, is everybody kind of sticking together? Are you guys walking into shops together? Kind of like you guys are walking downtown and just like...
Snapping our
Yeah,
fingers.
really
You know?
into, like the central marketplace, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna basically give them directions to wherever they need to go and say, "All right, we meet back here." Yada
Yeah.
yada yada.
You do find an establishment that seems to be a glass blowing area with a little rock gnome who seems to be in there working mightily on some glass blowing. He's covered in black soot and different things. He's wearing these big leather gloves that are almost too big for his hands as he's using his tools to kind of blow these intricate shapes and designs out of glass. So you're kind of watching as he's finishing up what looks to be some type of glass vase or vase that he's designing. And it's actually the glass itself fades from a nice red, translucent red, and then goes completely clear towards the bottom of the vase. It's
That's
very-
beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you! It's good to see you.
I want a custom glass piece if I could manage it, please, sir.
Ah, what kind of glass piece would you like?
I like the color fade, but I would like it in blue to clear, and I would like a self-containing case for my friends. And I pull out Ferguson, Sir Salisbury III, and Jimmy, and I show them to him.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I think I could do that. It might take me a
Really?
little bit of time, but it shouldn't be that bad. I could probably get it done in about 2 days.
Awesome! Can you tell me how much that would be, please?
Well, it's an interesting piece, and I got to make sure it's durable enough to hold your friends. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want them to be. I wouldn't want you to drop it and to break, and all your friends be. It looks like they need that water.
Yeah, they do.
How about this? How about if you go ahead and give me a gold piece up front? I can start working on it right away, and then I can tell you what the total amount will be whenever you come to pick it up.
You cut out. I didn't hear much how much you wanted.
How about a gold piece up front?
Okay.
And then maybe 2 gold. I will say 2 or 3 gold when you get back.
Okay, that sounds perfect.
Okay, I'll get started right away.
Yay!
And you see, he turns around, he almost drops one of the glass pieces he's been working on. He's like,
Oh, be careful! That's probably hot. Okay, thank you!
Oh, it is. He quickly throws it up on the table.
I go and try to find Diana wherever she is.
Okay. Where's Diana going?
I am going to the nearest armorer so I can commission some armor.
Alright, so you enter...
I'm following as well.
You
Yeah,
enter,
I'll join if that's where the majority is.
I'm
going.
awkwardly third wheeling them, not getting any of the hints.
Yeah, you end up...
No, I'm following closely.
It looks like there's a blacksmith. It looks like a traveling blacksmith almost at the point. Like he makes his way around. So he's got an anvil area kind of set up, and he's working away on some equipment. Sees you guys approaching. It's not a place you can actually walk inside. He's got a bench kind of set up to where you guys can approach. Kind of like if you were going to like carnival games or something like that. He's got this little like carnival tent almost. And you walk up, and he starts to approach you and say, hello.
Hi there. I have a special request. I need to commission some armor. I was hoping if I could do a scale mail +1 with a very special edition. This thing, and I pull my stone out of my pouch. I say, I want this inlaid in the center, but I need it mostly covered. Like if I could just have the tiniest little teardrop shape, like right in the center of the chest, and like just glass protecting over it or something to encase it so it's not physically out there, you know? And just like embedded in. Can I do that?
+1, so you want 2 of them?
No, +1 as in like +1 armor stat, like scale mail +1, you know?
Can't say I've heard of a +1.
I will. You know what? The scale mail, no, not the scale mail I'm currently, but just a new set of scale mail, and then I will get it enchanted later, because I did not know how armor works. I'm very new outside.
Oh yeah, I'm sure someone in town can enchant some armor for you. I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
It might cost you some extra coinage.
Yeah. But so how much would it be to just make a new set of scale mail with just a little bit of a gem showing up?
Well, I actually have some scale mail ready to go here. It would just be a matter of doing this gem insertion that you were asking for, which shouldn't take too long. Let me double check. I want to make sure the quality of this armor. Plus, adding the gem. Can I see the gem?
Sure, I will carefully hand it over with whole person prepared in the back of my mind.
I'm watching close too.
Yep.
He takes a hold of the gem. This is beautiful.
Extremely delicate.
Oh, you're talking about me? Oh, thank you.
He's fine.
This blacksmith is just awkwardly looking at the group as you guys are having this. I think I can do this. If you come back tomorrow, I think I could have this done by then.
Well, you see, here's the problem. I need to be with you the entire time that you're working with that gem. If you don't mind. Just hang out, I'll read a book, I'll sing songs to myself, pray, meditate, you know.
Okay, well, I guess I could put this project off a little longer. It's not, I don't need to have it done as quickly.
Oh, and I have another request just popped into my head. Can I get my holy symbol engraved on the armor, on the shoulder armor plate things?
I sure could, but it's going to cost you a little bit more, and it's going to take a little longer.
That's fine. I will take. Ilmater is totally fine with us, putting fashion over other things we valuably spend our money on.
Those of you that are proficient in religion know that that's complete rubbish.
Diana, who is proficient in religion, knows that that is BS.
Molfin's laughing.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Do you do studs on leather?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Could we have a? I mean, is there a notion of a
Anastazius?
discount?
What did you ask?
Is there a notion of a group discount if we've got a lot of work for you here?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you'll chime it in, I mean, you're gonna have to give me some time. I'm only one man here. I mean,
Oh, if I may,
I think
interject-
priority goes to the gem.
priority
Oh,
is the gym.
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't mind leaving my armor for you to work on that a little later. I think the gem is key.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can get the gem done in the better part of today. I can have it done by nightfall.
Okay.
The studs are a little bit tedious, especially if you're just adding them to the armor already. It takes a little bit of time.
Takes about how long?
It takes a little time. I mean, you're gonna have to give me some time.
Fair enough. I can leave the armor with you a little while.
Okay.
If I may interject, firstly, what is your name?
My name? Why do you always have to ask my name?
I like to
I'm
know who I'm
unbuckling my
talking
armor.
to.
My name is Arfid.
Arfid, you have lovely arms. I can tell you make armor. Now, if I may inquire about the pricing of this, I'm having a little get-together at Danavar's Inn later on. And drinks are on me if you turn up tonight. How much would that get us off the total price of this armor?
Oh, drinks are on you.
They're all on me. You
Yeah.
can be too if you're so inclined.
I was waiting for it. Calista was just watching Anastasia, just waiting for that line.
Make a persuasion check, Anastasis.
Use your
I'm
net
gonna
20.
use my net 20.
Yeah.
So I get a plus 11, so that's 31.
Oh my god!
That'll do it.
What?
You guys notice that the demeanor of this man completely changes as Anastasis throws this offer down on the table in front of him. And this kind of suspiciously awkward look, just trying to gauge what you guys are wanting with the business, starts to turn... it takes a sharp right-hand turn from business to pleasure. As he starts to put his hand down and looks across at Anastasis and says, "Huh. So, what time are you performing?"
What time do you get off?
He just has himself a little chuckle. I can close early tonight if I need to.
Oh, not so early that the armor isn't complete. Let's say 7:30.
Oh. 7 it is.
Oh, by the way, I'm Anastazius. Perhaps you've heard of me.
I have. I've heard of your songs and your stories.
I did my hand out for a kiss, like I am known to do.
He takes it, and you guys all watch as this man kisses Anastasis' hand in front of you, and he is totally like, he's almost doesn't feel like the rest of you exist at this point. He's just staring at Anastasis.
So what would
Same.
the, after I give you a fine night out, what would the total price come to for this armor?
Well, I mean, free drinks and a night being serenaded by music from you. But I gotta make something, you know. This is my livelihood here. I'll do all the work for 25 gold pieces.
Holy crap.
I'll take that. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you tonight.
So do I. Oh. He kind of like looks over back at Diana and he's like, your armor is going to look absolutely beautiful. Almost as beautiful as this man.
I appreciate it.
Malkin puking in the background.
Excuse me. Something not quite sitting right with that beverage.
And
Go
as
somewhere.
And as Muffin is coughing and regurgitating, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Because it's already 12 after 11. So, well done, everybody. Well done. Anastazius, using his ridiculously high charisma.
I knew there was a reason I missed you. You don't have to pay for anything when you're around.
Guys, the only two nat 20s that were actually used tonight were both to badger people into giving us stuff for free.
Yes.
That's it.
I was going to, but it ran too late. So, because I was going to go shopping too.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. This was episode 45 of Storm King's Thunder. Next Friday, we'll be rolling into episode 46, and our party will continue to kind of stroll through the Everlund marketplace as they're doing some shopping, just hanging out at the mall, you know, just going store after store. Just,
Going to Spencer's.
16, let's go.
Yeah, just
Hot
hanging out.
topic.
Auntie
Yeah.
Annie.
Yes.
Yep, so they'll continue doing some shopping next week, and perhaps make their way to, I don't know, Moongleam Tower, where Molfin has been. That's the whole reason for coming to this establishment, was
Yeah.
to seek some more wizardly knowledge, so to speak. So right now what we're going to do is, I know everybody had a nat 20, but those nat 20s that weren't used, they just poof off into the mist.
Yeah.
Anybody in chat want to vote for one of our players to receive a free nat 20 for next week? I'm going to leave it up to chat first, and we'll see what the chat says. So anybody in chat right now, based on tonight's
fire off,
episode,
chat.
if you have a player or character that did something RP-wise, it has to be RP, because we really didn't have any combat tonight. There wasn't any
Why is it
fights.
rolling?
So, whatever you guys say in chat, who deserves a nat 20 to spend next week?
Okay. Come on, chat.
Yeah, help us out, chat. See if you can chime in and let us know who you think deserves it. What do you think, players? What do you guys have?
Anastasius.
I think it's somewhere between Anastazius and Callista, in that Anastazius is opening up parts of Callista that we've never met before. She shared gold.
She shared gold. Yes, that is amazing.
Yeah.
So we
He was
got a from Josh. Other Liam's going.
There's other things that I've done
Asmodeus.
that you guys haven't noticed yet, too. So,
Mild.
Yeah, there's-
accurate.
Other Liam's
her
got
guard is down like it never was before.
Anastazius
Who are you crushing?
having the unseen servants with the back massage was brilliant. I thought that was awesome.
The dancing, though.
The dancing.
All
Yeah.
right, well,
That broke my heart.
yeah. Guess what? We just got Josh Posaz chimes in and says same for Anastazius. So Anastazius, JJ, you will have the nat 20 for next week.
Thank you so much.
ASMR voice.
As chat has spoken. Yeah, that's awesome. Great episode, guys. Great role play. I love the little dancing scene between Anastazius and Callista. I love the comedy between everybody and Harshnag a little bit there. That was kind of fun. I loved getting to play Margie.
Oh yeah,
That's
DM deserves a D20 for that one.
Take
Yeah.
it. Take it
that's a
now.
good point.
Take it. So I was glad to bust that out. That was fun. So next week, guys, make sure you tune in. Also want to throw out that big announcement that we had for tonight. We are now sponsored.
cutting out.
Am I cutting out? Sorry, am I back?
Yeah.
That our sponsor announcement tonight with Dice Bard. Make sure you guys
Dice Bard.
check out Dice
Dice
Bard
Bard.
and use the coupon code PROBO, PROBO, and you can get free expedited shipping by typing in that code. So thank you to Dicebard for coming on board, partnering with us, and helping us out, and also providing us with some really awesome dice, and helping to provide our viewers and our followers with some really awesome dice. So make sure you guys check them out. Check out all of our other sponsors that you saw scrolling on the screen tonight. And don't forget, we've got Monday night's Tomb of Annihilation is going to be airing this Monday night. And the following week, I believe that Sarah is going to be doing a one-shot, possibly. So that will be fun. And this coming Thursday, I believe Mystic Hour will be back with
We're back.
with Christy. Mystic Hour. She's going to be running. What exactly you said? This week was.
This week's about Japanese entertainment, specifically Johnny's Entertainment, a very prominent Japanese boy band production company that's been around since like the late 70s. And they're still going strong. So we're going to be talking about that and talking about members leaving, members going. Yeah, just talking a lot of fangirly things about Japanese entertainment and J-pop.
Awesome. Make sure you tune in to Mystic Hour. That is 5:30 Pacific Time or 8:30 Eastern right here at Proficiency Bonus. And yeah, that's on Thursday, so make sure you tune in right before Critical Role. We also have our new stream that's going to be coming up here in the middle of September. That's coming up really fast, JJ. As Waterdeep Dragon Heist is, I believe it's going to be on Wednesday evenings. From
Yes,
8
so the day has been decided. It will be a Wednesday night, somewhere between 7 p.m. EST and 8 p.m. EST.
Excellent. So keep your calendars ready for mid-September as we get ready to launch that. I think JJ is finalizing all of the applicants and
Absolutely.
getting things ready. I know he had a lot, so please be patient with him. He's had over 300 applicants, so that's going to be quite a doozy of a time for JJ as he is reading every single one of them, so it's amazing.
If no one got my initial email that I sent out, please let me know on Twitter so I can send you one out.
Okay, yeah, there was an initial email that came out from JJ letting everybody know that he was going through the applications and to...
I didn't get one.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Have you checked your emails recently? Because I sent it to you.
Did you?
Roll a deception
sure.
check, JJ.
Yeah, roll a deception check, JJ. Nice. Awesome. Also wanted to let everybody know, those of you that are hanging out with us, don't forget Insight Check will be live tomorrow night.
Yep.
Is that right? Excellent.
Yep.
Perfect. Insight Check, Christy is on another program, another Twitch stream on Saturday nights. That would be 9:30 Eastern time. Insight Check. Stumpy from chat is usually there. How do you say?
iPyrite.
iPyrite is in there, and a couple of her guests from the first episode of Mystic Hour are hanging out.
Alex and Sierra.
So make sure you guys check them out as well. And the last thing is that we are going to have another big announcement coming up next Friday. And I'm going to leave it at that because I want to leave everybody on a little bit of a cliffhanger to tune back in. We're going to have another big announcement coming up.
What?
And it may or may not have to do with potentially adding another program to the Proficiency Bonus schedule. So make sure you guys are sticking around for that announcement.
Get your adult diapers ready.
Yes.
Wow.
MJ's already wearing his.
So yeah, I wanted to just throw that bone out there. So just take it, and hopefully we will be able to see most of you back next week to enjoy that unveiling and to celebrate with us as we continue to expand this channel. It's going to be really, really cool. So anybody else have any announcements that we need to throw out there really quick? Did I cover it all?
Yeah, get on Dicebard. That 29-piece Adventurers kit is amazing.
Yeah.
And make sure you use the special code PROBO when you're ordering them. I actually am gonna order some because it looks.
Yeah, I'm gonna order the rainbow dice so I can help
Yeah.
donate to charity for the Rainbow Road.
Absolutely. Yeah, make
Already
sure-
ordered some.
Yeah. I'll say, yeah, so get on there, place your orders. I'm going to actually, my son's birthday is coming up soon, so I was going to get on there and order him a set. So that way he can have his own set of dice. He's using some ChessX stuff right now, which I just kind of, I kind of did what you did, MG. I bought like the big bulk packs. And just
I love that, the bag of dice or whatever, the pound of dice.
Yeah. So he's kind of got like his makeshift set of dice, so I'm going to get him a nice one. But other than that, guys, until next week, whenever you find yourself in a mysterious tent with an interesting woman behind a crystal ball, and she starts to go through some magic items, make sure when she says, take it now, that you do so, and you don't forget to add that proficiency bonus. You guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Okay, love you, bye.
Bye.
Love you, bye.
See you on Monday.
That too.
Thursday.